Welcome back to Our Better Angels. This is case. Oh, it's still listed as. Is it? Hold on a second here. We're going to have a couple of technical issues we're going to be handling throughout the evening. We're going to start early on. Just want to check if you are currently watching. If you could type in the chat, or if your name is Brent, let me know if the audio sounds okay on my end.
It kind of sounds
it
like it's
keeps
coming off of like a camera mic, I think.
Coming off a
it
camera
keeps
mic,
breaking
and it keeps
when I
breaking.
try to join.
Let's
Yeah.
see. Yeti. It should be on the Yeti. Is it like
Your browser encountered an error.
Oh, that's weird.
It sounds fine to me. It sounds fine to
Well,
me.
you're listening. Or are you listening to me in? Are you listening to me in the stream?
I'm listening to you in the stream.
Okay, and it sounds fine. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it could just be mine being weird because
Okay, right.
apparently.
But it does sound better than the night before. It's not like
way
cutting
better.
out or anything. Okay, cool.
Way clearer.
There's that. Okay, and then the next thing that I wanted to fix is apparently we have the wrong name up on the thing. This is part 9, and I think this is part 9. Hold on.
It is.
Okay.
Accountant.
I had 2 different names for it, and Twitch did not let me change it. So we're currently playing Dungeons and Dragons. Sorry, guys. Everybody roll initiative. That's what I would do if it was Dungeons and Dragons. It was a joke.
Okay.
Funny.
17.
Funny
What
guy.
Oh, that's
Hey!
Let's go. Oh, now I got to. Now it's gonna be so much worse.
Oh, not so much worse. That's not too bad, actually. You guys go pretty fast. They rolled d20s in the chat. Okay, so then I think we've got that part set up. The title of this episode is correct then in the display, Gabriel's Ladder. Last session, the group ended up at the cult house. Tracy and crew went in first, and by in I mean Robert went into a bush, and the new guy, Jake, went under the house hiding from the tall man outside. Tracy was let into the house by gunpoint, and then she met with her mom and had a discussion. Some things were revealed, but not like anything groundbreaking, if memory serves correctly. And then the Pinkertons arrived and shot up the place. Literally, yeah.
Pretty coolly as well, I would add.
A lot of them died. I think one of them survived. Also in the ruckus of the affair. You rolled "I'm a fucking American" check. The the mirror, which was called the protection mirror, was focused on, and its charm was broken. It was containing a very powerful eldritch being that appears to be a variation or a doppelganger of Gabriel, the cult leader, and he kind of went crazy himself trying to kill those that freed him, possibly believing that the freeing was an accident. Everybody ran out of the house. None of the player characters died, but as mentioned, several of the Pinkertons did, and they drove back out. I don't think they would have gone straight to. Well, I guess we need to discuss who's in what vehicle. Now, I don't remember precisely, so I'm more than fair as it goes to GMing. It was kind of a kerfuffle mess of things, so I don't want to kind of like box you in unless you remember exactly what car you ended up in. Obviously, some of you drove, so you probably drove out in your own car. But yeah,
Jake has his own car.
I was about to say, I very vividly remember saving Tracy right at the last moment and getting her in my vehicle and driving.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I got in with
The cop.
Brent. Yeah.
So did the Pinkertons.
Because
So
because the I was Scooby Doo running around the house while the
Yep.
Gabriel was chasing me.
It was funny watching him try to slap you and just miss.
These meddling kids. Honestly, if I had hit him, it would have been bye bye Robert time.
Yeah.
But yeah, regarding those vehicle assignments, I will ask then. I think the lead car would have been the Pinkerton car or the law enforcement vehicle. By memory serves correctly, you were the first ones out.
No, Joel was the first one out.
Yeah, I was about to say, me and Lark were.
Oh, that's right, because you
We
were
were the
busy.
first ones driving.
While that was happening, yeah, they were busy shooting. Right. So Joel, you have Tracy. Where would you like to go?
We're going back to Tracy's house real fast.
Okay, then the next ones out, I guess, would have been you guys, and that's kind of sequential with the detective. So, where are you going, Jake Sullivan?
I'd be following the others.
So you're sticking with the police officers. You're not going anywhere independently.
So where is Tracy? Which
You
car?
don't know where she is. I think she would have left while you were busy.
Maybe I would go back to Tracy's house then.
But you would go back to Tracy's. Okay.
To see if she's there.
And then Russell, where are you driving to?
I don't imagine the Pinkertons have like a base that they want to set up
No.
around.
No.
So
If they were going to take you to a base, we would be going to Arkham.
okay, that's what I was thinking. So that being the case, the only people that know about the whole situation are the people that I assume are going back to Tracy's,
So,
being them. So I guess Tracy's would be the only spot I'd know of.
got it.
Plus, I think I out of character know, but in character, Russell's still like I and Tracy like she might be with them, you know.
Okay. So we discussed that you'd be able to kind of get in pretty safely, and we'd kind of go into like an unwinding, and that's 100% true. Nothing has changed about that statement. I'm not a liar, and I don't go back on things I said. But I do want to make sure that I set the groundwork for kind of anticipation. We mentioned in that last session that it was misty out. It was very hard to see. You were seeing like silhouettes and backlight, etc. Dark, misty morning. It's kind of gotten past sunrise by the time you get back to Tracy's house, and after all of this kerfuffle, it's a dark, misty morning. But what Joel and Tracy will notice is that the house, on its exterior, like in the kind of outside of the fence area, kind of a distance away from the house, there are somewhere around a dozen or so lights, similar to the ones you've seen before. They seem to be encircling your house at this point. And you would also notice that your garage door is open and your dad's car is in the garage.
Maybe keep driving.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, this is a genuine question. Do we try to hit one?
No, just keep driving.
Okay, I'm game with that. And I would just keep going.
Okay.
Aiming hopefully for in town,
Top
maybe
hill.
like a McDonald's or somewhere to like stop and
McDonald's.
eat. Yeah,
Yep.
just to get some food before whatever's about to happen happens.
Okay. Private Eye, you arrive next on the scene. Same thing as I described. Joel's car is not present, nor is Russell's. So, what would you like to do, Jake?
So, it's probably true that I don't see any tire tracks or anything like that.
No. I don't think Joel burned out or anything.
No.
Alright. Seeing the garage door open and father's car and I would probably park and with, you know, gun already um enter the house.
Okay. Yeah, when you enter the house, it seems pretty quiet. It does look like some lights have been left on, primarily in the kitchen, the foyer, the hallway to Tracy's room, and the kind of stairwell light.
So in going into the house, I would want to put my hand on the hood of the car, still warm.
Oh, you're going into the garage. Okay. It isn't. It's kind of like I guess it's yeah, it would be. It's driven for a while. It's not super warm. It's not like it just stopped here. Like it's been here for
Okay,
an hour or
cool.
so.
That's good information. And then I'd want to enter in through the
Okay.
garage door. I assume that entryway is open.
Yeah, yeah. Similarly, it's going to be the same kind of setup as I mentioned. You're just
Yeah.
looking at it from a different angle. Kitchen lights are on. That little space in between the garage and the kitchen are the lights are on in there, um, and the lights I mentioned before. But
So
no.
I'm not gonna
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say
I'm
no.
not gonna call out his name, but I am gonna sort of make my way around the house. Again, gonna draw on to see what's happening.
Okay.
If there's anybody there.
Um, if you completely and full search, the moment that you
Yep.
come to the conclusion he's not on the first floor, and make your way up to the second floor, kind of moving towards his office and are about to reach and kind of open the door, Russell, you pull up. You would see that parked out on the street is uh, Jake Sullivan's car. You'd see that the mayor's car is present, um, and Joel's car is not. But you, again, don't know if Joel has Tracy, but you do know that Joel must have left before you because his car wasn't there when you left.
Yeah. And do we also see the lights around the house or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. Uh, well, I'll look to Robert. Like, so do you want to risk going in without Joel, or do we want to go look for Joel?
The Pinkerton says, we're fine. The lights are fine. The lights are good.
Okay. Yeah, a light went through me one time and it didn't feel good, so that's
You
why.
had a you had an interaction with one of the lights?
Yeah, one went through me, but I've seen multiple. As when I gave you the ring, the broken ring. I had to break it for them. They wanted it broken, and
Oh, it was
I had to
because
go through it to break the ring.
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, no, they weren't. Yeah, they were just making sure that you didn't put those together. Good, good. Yeah, which should be fine. Plus, we could probably get to the bottom of this situation with the mayor and his wife.
True. Yeah, let's go in.
Robert, do you, hearing that, have anything that you want to kind of put forward, or do you want to maybe do something different?
Robert would say, "Yeah, I guess we'll go in."
Okay.
He doesn't really have much of a bargaining chip here,
All right.
or any,
So, the
can't say like, "No, what are we doing? Let's go find Joel."
the car pulls up. Um, Jake, give me a listen roll. You are not directly listening, but you're also kind of listening to the door. So you're not like
Gotcha. Hmm.
you're not listening for the car, but you might hear the car. You don't hear the car. And it doesn't sound like there's anything coming from inside of the office until you hear what sounds like a loud kind of click. And it sounds like it's a distance away from the door. You have your hand on the door. Do you wish to enter in?
I hear a click.
Yeah, you heard a click inside of the space. Like it seems like it's a far away distance, like a plastic kind of click.
So which way does the door open, in or out?
Um, it would open in.
So I would, without crossing the threshold, I would push the door in.
Very suddenly, or do you want to do it
Yes.
quietly?
Oh,
Your call.
no, I would want to push it in quickly.
Okay.
So I'm still at the threshold at the ready.
Yeah, you push the door open, you're holding a gun, you'd see a person across the room at a desk, very kind of suddenly kind of start and kind of turn and look over their shoulder. You recognize the individual as your contract, the person who hired you to the job, the Tracy's dad. And he goes, "Oh, excuse me, you're um, Mr.
Jake?
Sullivan." And he kind of gets up, um, very quickly does something with his keyboard, which causes it to. They had block screens back in Macintosh days, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
And
that would seem that I would Jake would track that as kind of sketchy.
could do what you
Could
want.
be. Yeah.
And then he'll kind of cross the room over to you if you enter into the room to greet him, but you're holding a pistol, so he'll kind of stop if you don't change that fact.
So I'm going to put it back in the holster,
Okay.
but like
He won't notice.
I'm ready.
Yeah, he won't notice, but
He
he'll
won't
kind of walk over. If you walk into the room, he'll kind of reach out and says, "Sorry to have to do most of the hiring for you over the phone. Hopefully, my secretary was able to get you the check and it cleared and everything."
Everything's fine with that,
Perfect.
but I do have news.
Tracy's downstairs.
Tracy is not downstairs. She's currently safe, but we went through a bit of an ordeal, and
Hold on. He gestures towards the small little sitting table inside of the office area. Have a seat. Hold on. And he'll walk over to his office desk, open one of the drawers, and pull out a bottle. We've seen this bottle before. Close the drawer, has two small glasses, and kind of walks over. In that time, which is kind of like a stalling for me, Russell, Pinkerton, Robert, you walk up to the house. Are you entering in through the garage or the front door?
Through the front door.
You hear, as you're about to sit down, Jake, you hear the front door open.
okay. So I wouldn't have sat down. First of all,
Yeah,
I would.
as
I
you're
would want
about to.
I would.
As you're about to.
No, no. What I would want to do instead would be like to say, I'd prefer to stand, and I'm still on duty. So
Oh.
then I hear what you say at the front door.
Yeah.
He would say, "You need to stay put," and he would go out the door, close it behind him, and start heading downstairs with his gun drawn.
Okay. You entered in through the front door, so you would see a man coming down the stairs with a pistol drawn. It looks like Jake. And then you would see three people down there. It looks like a cop, a Pinkerton, and a journalist.
Yeah. So when Jake sees them, he would
Start shooting.
He would put his hands up a little bit, like a calming motion, and then holster his gun and say to Russell, um, Tracy's dad is upstairs in his office. I was about to tell him about what happened. Maybe you can join me with that. And then he would sort of whisper, Tracy's mom and all that.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's what I came here for anyway.
Great. Then then the two of us would head upstairs. I assume.
Then Robert will say, "Is Tracy here?"
No, she's not here. I don't know where she is.
Okay. The door opens. You step through. Other footfalls are heard. You can see a very nervous-looking Tracy's dad, whose first name is escaping the shit out of me. Mr. O'Connell. And it looks like he's poured one glass for himself. The second Russell enters in, he kind of like goes like this. But the second the other gentleman enters in, he goes, "What the hell is this?" and stands up suddenly, slamming the glass down on the table, staring daggers at your associate. Robert, you're standing in the doorway. Cut the scene there. Tracy and Joel, you pull up to the McDonald's in Topfield. You said a restaurant like McDonald's. Well, what's more like a McDonald's than a McDonald's? You hop out of the car. You go inside.
Yeah. I'd ask, do you want anything to eat?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, let's go grab something and sit down.
I skipped
Uh,
breakfast.
Yeah, you guys seemed real smart getting there. How much earlier were you? Couple hours? Something? Something crazy?
About an hour? I
Yeah,
think,
this
right?
is.
It was an hour, right?
Yeah. Uh, do Did you see anything happen to anyone?
No, I tried to talk to my mom, but they kind of just locked me in a room for a while.
They locked you in a room? Like they let you in?
Yeah, and they locked me in a room. And then my mom just like did a bunch of apologizing through a little like window door to another room. And then they kept me in that room for a while longer. And then I got out because I pulled the boards off the window. And yep, and that's when everything went to shit.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you knew anything about the floating man that phased through everything. I didn't know if that was important at this moment or if that was a later conversation to have.
The what?
The
Oh,
angel thing,
the
because
thing
I
that
don't.
came out of the mirror?
Yeah, well,
I
I
don't
don't
know,
know
but
that.
the mirror
So,
went like berserk. Like it just like blinding light, and then all of a sudden, this fucking is that an angel? A guy was there, and he was gonna kill me, and then Robert distracted him,
yeah,
and he went after Robert.
I
That's the
just,
last I saw of him.
I just ran out, and as I was running out, I could see him phasing through things. So that's not reassuring. But I'm glad I heard you at that moment because now I don't think we need to figure out what to do. I think we need to figure out where to go and see if everyone made it this time.
Yeah,
Man, that is depressing to say. Um, but we're here, and
yeah. I'm not
and
sure what's going on at my house though. That's
yeah, those lights didn't look nice. I don't I don't
they
know how much more of this I want to deal with
after
at
the
this
last
point, but
time the lights were around. I don't like they hurt us. Do you remember that? Like me and Ian, like they tried to kill us.
yeah. And but your dad was home. Did he not? Could he not see him, or is he not paying it? Can we call him, or do you think
I don't
that's dangerous at this point?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah, I
know. I mean, from what I just learned about my mom, I mean, my dad had to know something, right?
I I mean that or he's the most oblivious person we've ever met. Because how do you get away with all this while being married? How old were you when she left? It was only a couple years ago, or it wasn't
Yeah, it
that.
was like 4 years ago.
That's. It feels like 13 years is a long time to hide things this
Yeah, and
big,
not
and
only that, but with all the shit that's still in the house, there's no way.
yeah, and some of it's your dad's.
Yeah,
That's the other thing is that I'm at a loss. I don't know if because it doesn't seem like they're protecting you, so it doesn't feel super great to go back.
yeah. I I I don't know where else to go.
Yeah, I mean, minimum we need to change. Minimum we need to shower. I don't think either of us made it out there without a little pee coming out. Let's be honest. Um, so I think going back to your house and seeing what we can do is probably going to be the best option. But we just get to be two smelly people eating McDonald's for the moment, and then
We've
we
all
can
been there.
100% decide as we go.
We've all been there.
Okay.
As you're kind of like, he made a joke, and you're kind of like, reach into your pockets, kind of just like, haha, and like just check, that kind of just subtle thing. You would notice, Tracy, that in your pocket you still have that parchment that you got from Ian when he fell, but there's something inside
Mhm.
of it that you didn't realize was there when you picked it up and kind of, you know, just kind of looked at it. Something that may not have been there before, but is there now. When you pull them both out and kind of set them on the table, you'd realize that you have that scroll, that spell, but also what appears to be Ian Handler's ID card.
Oh.
The ID card that indicates that he is a representative of a Miskatonic University, and he's an agent for a group called the
Fitzgerald
Fitzgerald
Foundation.
Foundation.
We could always call Ian's people.
I mean,
They
I'm
should
game if you got a
know.
phone number.
Also, something we want to make sure that we iterate. I'll pull the map out a little bit, but Arkham is right here. It's not like it's super crazy. I've mentioned it like, and somebody was like, "Nah, I don't want to go to Arkham."
But
It's
that's like a 20-minute drive.
probably like 30 or 40, but yeah.
At minimum, we should find a truck stop to shower in because it like so much adrenaline, sweat. We stink. I don't really
We could.
want to be going to a university. We'll go to a hotel for all I care, but
I was gonna say we could always just grab a motel and
yeah.
then, yeah.
But I'm game to go with his ID card and just try to hunt some stuff down. People are pleasant back then.
At the very least, they need to know what happened.
Yeah. 'Cause
Another another thing to note too is we are playing a game. Obviously, there's an expectation that we're doing so, but I want to make sure you understand we are not playing the pulp variation of Call of Cthulhu. So it's not like an action movie or a story or anything. There's also the opportunity to just say fuck it and leave, like just ignore everything and run.
At this point, I fully believe in the fact that like Joel and Tracy being very curious about this stuff, and at this point, Joel didn't have much to live for past this. He wasn't really going great for him losing both parents at a young age. So like, I'm game to make this like my mission.
Yeah. We'll go to Arkham. We'll see what they have to say about it.
Yeah, I'm not
Right
afraid
now,
to walk away from this, but I want to try to do something.
Okay. Yeah, you're invested. I understand. Totally fine. Okay, so as you're kind of deciding to do that and getting ready to go get a motel, do all the showering, obviously we don't
lay
need
on my
to,
mouse.
and also lay on people's mouses. We're
Sorry,
gonna.
my cat.
I understand. We will cut then to back to the scene at the house. The next few minutes after where I cut off, what happens for us is he is basically yelling at you to get out of his house if you're associated with him, and like even if you try to cut in edgewise, like it's just him yelling and yelling to the point where it's like absolutely hard to deal with him. At one point, he threatens to pick up the bottle and like hit the guy, and he gets you back out onto the stairs, and he's at the top of the stairs, and you're kind of like not sure. Like it's this very combative mode, but at this stage, it's kind of a do or don't. You're either going to heed his like desires and get out of the house, or you're going to try and kind of aggress on him. But he is verbally not giving you away edgewise, communication wise. He is not dealing with Larry. He does not fuck with Larry.
What does Larry look like he's doing? Like, is Larry just kind of like...
Larry's quiet and kind of like backing away. He's the one all the way at the bottom of the stairs. He's completely heeding the words of Mr. O'Connell.
Okay. And you said there's like no like argument I can make here to him. It's gonna have to be like I arrest him or
if you have like a line one item, like the thing that you think would be the one, you can try and throw it out, but I'm pretty sure that there's nothing you're going to be able to say that's going to make Mr. O'Connell kind of rationalize any of what you're saying. Even if you're line one, and I want to make sure I'm assuming that it's probably been stated in the argument that the former Miss O'Connell is dead. Or Mrs. O'Connell's dead. I'm assuming that was probably something you said early on. Is that fair to assume, Mr. Sullivan?
Yeah, definitely about the
he does not
wife
give a fuck.
dying and his love letters to her.
Does not appear to give a fuck. Like, and it seems to have enraged him further.
Okay. Well, I don't have a line one item then.
Okay.
But I do have questions I have to ask. So I don't want to have to get physical, but if I do, I will.
That is going to probably be the case. Mr. Sullivan, do you have any line one items you want to try, or are you going to eat his words and get out?
I say, Russell, leave me with him for a moment, please.
Oh, there's no leaving anybody with him. He is literally threatening you with a bottle, trying to force you down the stairs right now.
Yeah, I would walk down the
Doesn't get it
stairs.
this whole time.
I would
Yeah,
walk down
He's
the
threatening
stairs.
everyone.
Yeah, he's basically like yelling and like, "Get the fuck out of my house!" And he looks at you, "Get out!" It's that kind of situation. And you're like, "I'm just a journalist," and it's like, you like just wildly swing the bottle towards you, but not like, directly at your head.
Very expensive.
Even though he's acting this way, Jake would say, "I can't protect you or your family unless you let me help you."
He doesn't seem to care. I don't fucking need you. Your contract's burned. Get out! And he'll just start being very
Okay.
forceful.
He would walk down the stairs.
Rob,
I mean, he's not going to walk out of the house. He's going to sort of see where this goes.
down towards the bottom of the stairs, not all the way down there.
Yeah.
Robert, what
yeah.
about you?
I mean, Robert would have been last up, so if people are trying to get down the stairs, he's going to go down the stairs.
Yeah, first down. Okay, and then Russell, I presume since you were probably like, first or second in, you're kind of holding back.
Yeah.
How do you want to play it?
As much as I really don't want to have to arrest the mayor of Topfield, I have questions I need answered, so I will try to arrest him.
Okay.
Is the maid here?
No. So you're going to go in to arrest him. I want to make sure we understand how that's being done. You have some options. Handcuffs, physically grabbing him, kind of detaining him that way. Basically a physical altercation. You can draw your gun and try and threaten him with it. You have some methodology here. I just want to make sure that you use very precise language in this next beat so that when the repercussions happen due to the choices you make, you know it's your fault.
That's fair. I get it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go in with handcuffs. But like, look,
Okay.
you gotta calm down. You're overreacting. This
Okay.
is what has to happen.
Make a brawling roll.
Can I use my handgun skill for my brawl?
If you are using your handgun to shoot him or threaten him with, yes.
Dang.
If not, no.
No, I want to put a gun on him.
Okay.
Pistol whip him.
And then this situation.
Yeah, I'm really bad at brawl, so it doesn't matter.
In this situation, when he engages with you, you're at the top of the stairs. Okay, and I'm going to move us to the map just so we have like a kind of understanding of exactly where in the O'Connell Manor we're located, so you understand. We're at the top of the stairs, right outside of the office, so we're right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And in that brawling attempt, you try to get the handcuffs on him, and he very quickly kind of pushes down and forces you over the railing. You fall and hit the railing below. Roll a d10.
Okay.
Okay. So you fall in onto the stairs and then kind of roll into probably Jake, since he was the last one out. You don't bowl him over or anything. It's just kind of like a nice stop. Go ahead and roll a d6. You take that much damage from the fall. And then you hear him storm back into the office after that engagement. Jake, you're the only one who could catch him before that door shuts. Do you wish to try and rush up the stairs to get to him?
Nope.
Okay.
I do not. I'm no longer employed by him.
So the door would shut cleanly, and you would hear it get locked. All right. You kind of, oh, my fucking back. Kind of look at Jake.
Jake would put his arm out to help lift him, to help him get up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I take it.
And then he would say to Russell, I mean, I don't know what's gotten into him, but this really kind of does make me worry even more about Tracy's well-being.
Yeah, that's kind of a mess. I mean,
No.
a lot of rage.
Why did you do it? Why does it keep... No.
What keeps making it bigger?
He made it the token. Oh,
I couldn't delete it. It said I tried to delete it and it wouldn't let me.
Okay, it looks like it's not on the actual clean map, so...
Cool.
Absolutely wild, roll 20. Um,
And then Jake would say to Russell, "Do you have
Make a
any
Margaret
idea?
Thatcher.
Do you have any idea where Tracy might be?"
I assume she's with Joel. If she's not still at that house.
Well,
Hell,
I
for
thought
all I
they
know,
left.
she could be dead.
I no, I thought that she made it out of the house and left
Last I saw,
before.
she was in the basement.
I didn't know that, John.
you
No,
didn't.
I didn't. Fuck.
I don't think you did.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know then.
Yeah, last I saw, she was in the basement, which memory serves.
Robert's the only one who has an idea that Tracy's probably safe because Robert was the one who pulled Gabriel away from Tracy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh.
So, John, just to make sure you are remembering that fact.
He'll say from the bottom of the stairs, I'm pretty sure she ran out of the house early on.
Okay. Ugh.
I was pretty busy trying not to get my head slapped off my shoulders.
Yeah, I know. I tried to shoot it, but it didn't work. Didn't stop it as well as I was hoping.
No. Hopefully it didn't get Tracy then.
Imagine that gun's not working.
They worked the rest of the time in the house. It just didn't work against him. Or it kind of worked against the big Arthur head guy, but
Sounds like you're making a lot of caveats.
yeah. Russell's got one thing he's good at. Okay.
But yeah, you
Well, two things.
hear the door lock, and he's in his office. You'd also hear what sounds like a phone being picked up off his receiver pretty loudly, or probably being slammed back down into its receiver.
Yeah.
Your assumption is he probably called the Topfield PD.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
I guess doesn't look like he's gonna answer any questions for you, Larry. Dude doesn't seem big fan of yours.
No, I presume that was going to be the case. Let's get out of here. And he would kind of start walking towards the door.
Yep.
I didn't expect the salt to be so steadily in the wood. Unfortunate.
I think it's one of the only three things he's got to live on: drinking, writing fake love letters to his now dead wife, and whatever hatred he has towards you.
where's the maid?
Seems we're going to have to go with the same plan we had in 54. You say, where's the maid?
Yeah.
Larry doesn't seem to care, like the question doesn't matter to him.
Yeah, I keep going towards the door if that's where Larry's going,
Yeah. Larry,
and ask him what's the plan from 54.
well, you never were curious as to why Nelson never showed up on the maps afterwards? We'll talk about it in the car. Let's go.
All right.
Robert, do you follow? Larry, do you follow?
I mean,
Once you're out in the grass, Larry or Jake, does it look like you're going back to your car?
He's gonna sort of stand at the door, not sure where to go next.
Yeah. Larry,
Um,
Larry will stop and kind of like fix his hat on his head, turn and look back at you, and he says, "Has been a professional courtesy. I would suggest sticking around in Topfield." And he will turn and he'll walk towards the car.
am I invited to the car or am I being pushed back?
They do not stop. They do not stop you. They don't. It's like if you're kind of like, I'm just gonna go with it until like the vibes are fucked or something. Like the vibes seem totally cool with them. They are okay with you jumping in the car and riding with them.
Oh, they're both equally scary.
Do I stay with the private eye, who I could probably hire? Maybe he has a car. He has a car. Or do I stick with the Pinkertons? Where the fuck is Joel?
Well, let's I guess I'll look back and say, Jake, are you fucking off or?
I mean, I am, even though I'm off the payroll, I do want to figure out what's going on here. This has been like so crazy. Um,
Russell starts the car.
where's Russell going? Do we know?
Russell and Larry are going somewhere.
Yeah,
Could I knock?
I was told. I'd be told about it in the car. So.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I'm
You
just
get in the car with that.
yeah. The car starts. Robert kind of looks over his shoulder. You'd see Larry in the passenger seat, just kind of watching you two, and then Robert kind of okay heads over to the car.
Okay, so I would get. Is there anybody in the car with me or just me?
Oh, nobody's in the car with you. No. Yeah.
Okay, then I would follow Russell's car.
Yeah, they do not seem to care that they're being followed either. They're totally fine with that. Larry will say, like, as you got the car started and you're about to pull out, kind of like circle back around and go into near town, etc. He says, "Go to your house. Just head to your house." So back in '54, after a very large kerfuffle situation where that Professor Arthur Haynes returned to Nelson with a group of imbeciles, if you ask me. But adventurers, investigators, Arkham types. Um, the entire town situation was already fucked, and in a bad way. The people in town were feral. The National Guard was called in, there was conflicts happening, and they were all put to rest because we were able to pull strings with the governor at the time. We had them do a planned and targeted airstrike on the town of Nelson. A lot of people from back then were paid a lot of money to move and forget about it. Topfield wasn't as big as it was. Fuck, you know, you've lived in Middleton your entire life. You know it's not that big. Um, and Boxford is far enough north that it's not even a problem. They didn't even catch wind. But, yeah, a lot of innocent people were unfortunately killed due to us trying to clean up the situation. Now, we have cult members running around inside of Nelson. It seems that the gates have been opened and mirrors are being utilized again. Doppelgangers are prominent. I believe you've seen a copy of yourself, isn't that right, journalist?
Do.
It nods. So it's a situation we don't want to have continuing. The best way to reset is the plan for 54. And
Hey,
go ahead.
you're not gonna kill me, are you?
No, no need. You looking for work? He says, looks over his shoulder.
Does it pay well?
I don't think any of my needs are a problem for me. I save pretty well. I've got a daughter who's in college right now.
Well, Robert leans back into the back seat, just like, oh,
Okay. The car ride's pretty quiet after that point. We're going to cut back to Joel and Tracy. It's not something that the others were paying attention to as they were leaving. I was specifically looking for an asked question, but you would notice as you're driving, Joel, that it's still misty, and you've been driving for a little while. And when you get to the motel on that main kind of thoroughfare that kind of cuts down and then connects to Arkham, you find a motel there. You would notice that it appears that the whole time you were going, there were somewhere around 9 to 12 lights somewhere off in the distance, kind of floating in the sky above, almost as if they were tailing you.
I don't like that. Oh man. I'd tell Tracy. Uh, I'd say, did you notice all the floating things?
Okay, so I want to kind of put something to measure here. Tracy, we haven't gotten that shower yet.
Mhm.
Your body is absolutely devastated from the day before and waking up early and all of that. You have some delicious greasy food in your stomach from the McDonald's.
Oh,
But
I'm passed out.
oh, you're unconscious. Yeah, so you're literally talking to a log. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, but yeah,
No, you're
no,
good.
all those
You're good. I would
conditionals.
be asleep too in that situation.
Ain't no fucking way I'm conscious.
I
So
would.
yeah,
I would keep driving.
you're
I
not
just
stopping.
keep. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, because to me those things are dangerous. They're not friendly like the Pinkerton said.
Yeah, 100%. Okay. So then you arrive at Russell's house. You follow them to Russell's house. When you get out of the car, the Pinkerton will say to Russell, "If you got a bug out bag, go ahead and grab it up." Says to Robert, "Is there anywhere you want to stop and grab some things before we leave?"
No, I think I'm.
Ready to go? Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna go talk. I'm gonna go talk with this gentleman real quick and see if we can't figure out an agreement. Larry very professionally fixes his hat, walks over to you, to your car. Do you get out of your car, Jake, or no?
Yep.
We haven't been formally introduced. Larry,
Jake.
pleasure to meet you. Definitely been a wild morning, I'm sure. Um, I just want to make sure you understand what's going on so that you're not taken
I'd love
unawares.
to know more.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Most of it is proprietary, so it's information that would be considered um, private and held close to the Pinkertons. However, there is some information that I can dispense. The situation in Nelson is currently at a critical mass. The individual entities that have been formulated inside of the space have been formulated due to cultist activity. Individuals who were remnants or connected in some way to the original residents of the town of Nelson. Um, it's my understanding that some of them still maintain a direct belief that Gabriel Revels, a heretic in my opinion, a cult leader in others, um, they still follow his code and edicts, and they believe that Nelson is host to a direct portal to a paradise. You've seen a lot. Seen a lot of things that probably can't be considered normal for an individual such as yourself. I'm sure marital contracts and other matters are most of what you probably engage with as a private investigator.
Yep.
I would like to formally invite you into the Pinkerton conglomerate. You would still serve as a private detective in the way that you are, but we would be able to pull contracts on you and ask you to do some work for us. If you're willing to agree to that, then I can elucidate with more information regarding those matters. But if not, then I'll just ask you to be on your way.
Jake would say, I appreciate the offer, but I prefer to work solo.
Well, good luck. I wouldn't suggest sticking around in or around Nelson in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Mhm. What's going to happen?
Again, proprietary.
Just trying.
Well, offer still on the table. You did some good work back there, and I wouldn't mind having you as a part of our group. But unfortunately, it is going to have to be spits into his hand and offers us out to you. Signed and oathed.
He would sort of pull back from that and say, that's gross, but I agree.
He kind of wipes his hand and then puts it out again. Is that better? Is that better?
Or,
Do you shake his hand?
yeah.
Welcome to the Pinkertons.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I shook his hand to agree not to say anything, not to join the Pinkertons.
Oh,
I don't want, no, I'm
sorry.
not,
Then
not
yeah,
doing that.
misunderstanding. He says, "Okay, good. Well then, yes. No, he's not offering you the information unless you sign up for the Pinkertons.
That's fine. I'm
Okay.
not going to sign up for Pinkertons. That's not what
That's
he would
too
do.
bad. All right, fair enough. Well, he says
Sorry.
good luck. And as I said, don't be in the area in the next 48 hours.
Oh, he will be. Don't worry.
Okay. Maybe we can get you a third character and go for the hat trick. Uh, so,
Hat trick.
Russell,
Shooting the moon.
I don't know if you ever heard me say, he
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
go get your bug out back. You kind of go in, grab your stuff, and then head out back to the car. He says, probably safest for us to go back to Arkham. We'll meet up there with a couple of other individuals. And you got a phone in there, right, Russell?
Yeah.
I'm going to go make my call. Keep an eye on this guy. Just make sure he's not too nosy. Unless you've already left, Jake. He'll kind of go into the Russell house and he'll make a phone call.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Where are you headed?
West.
Okay.
Which I believe is toward where he originated from, where he's located, and then west of that is Arkham. Is that right? So he
No,
was
east. East.
east. Okay.
East. I'll move us
Okay.
back to the Chinatown
Whatever.
map.
I'm thinking sort of towards Arkham, and then he's before that, right?
Yeah, yeah. Where you were staying?
Yep.
Where you live, where you were from? Correct. Boxfield is kind of north of you, but it's not so terribly distant that you're going to be put off too much. You just still have an escape. And then Russell, Robert, and Larry will get back in the car. And he says, well, surprisingly good time. They're going to be doing it in 8 hours. Let's get out of here. Arkham's probably the best place. We'll go to the Pinkerton office right there in the middle of the city.
Okay.
All right.
We're
Joel.
heading towards Arkham.
So I have a question.
Shoot.
Is there basically one main drag out of the area we were at, like Nelson?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, Middleton,
Towards-
Boxford, and Topfield all use that same main highway.
Right. So what Jake would have done is he would have driven a few miles, and then he would drive off the side of the road, turn off his lights,
I think
Okay.
that's 390.
Yeah.
and if he sees that car pass, he would follow them at a distance.
Okay. So you're attempting to tail, right?
Yep.
Perfect. So that is great. There are rules for this.
I think there are rules for tailing.
So for the initial
Yeah.
beat, I'm going to have you make a stealth roll, and I'm going to give you a bonus
Okay.
die because they're not really looking for you, nor do they care.
Okay, so we're going to. I'm trying to remember the option. Whatever, I'll just roll it, and then I'll do the normal. Oh, bonus! I could do it. Beautiful. Number of dice.
Um, so you'll just be rolling a stealth roll, and then you'll have a bonus die.
All right, that's fine.
Don't need the bonus die, but you can go ahead and roll it just to see to get better.
Okay.
Didn't?
Nope. Far worse.
Okay. So, not very long after you kind of part ways with them, you'd actually see them kind of hop onto the thoroughfare, and it looks like they're heading southbound. So you would tail them.
Yep.
Drive carriage. You would be interested in making sure that you kind of maintain close distance with these individuals, but you also, I'd like to keep an eye on them, maintain that. I'm going to say that we're not looking. So, Russell, since you're driving, go ahead and give me a spot hidden, and I'm going to have you roll that with a penalty die. Not that the penalty die was needed.
Yeah.
The case is since that is pretty much how it's going, unless you roll on, again, drive carriage is the option. dated language because of the 1920s is when Cthulhu is supposed to be set. But if you make a drive carriage roll, and as long as you do not fumble this roll, you are fine.
Talking to me?
Yes, that's right.
I have drive auto.
Oh, drive auto. Cool. Then yeah, that. Give me that and almost a fumble. That's pretty bad.
Almost a fumble.
But no, yeah, you were not spotted. You're not doing great. Like you're not following all of like the training that you've gotten in tailing somebody. But Russell is not looking, so not even noticed. Okay, Joel, roll a d10.
Oh. Oh.
No, it's not bad. Not bad. Not bad enough anyway. You make it to Arkham. Once you hit the city limits and kind of enter into the space, where are you wanting to go? Miskatonic University would be where the badge is if you're trying to just go directly to Arkham, or to where Ian was from.
If I no longer see the lights,
Oh, yeah.
I would try to be finding like a hotel just to grab a shower and maybe a nap.
I'm sure that since you saw the lights and kind of had that kind of a verse, like, I gotta go reaction,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like you have lost them.
Okay. Then I would be looking somewhere for us to get cleaned up a bit.
Easy enough. You wake Tracy up once you pull up to, roadside motel, and you would set up a space inside of it. Are you getting 2 rooms?
My plan was just the one, but it's very much up to Tracy if she wants a separate room.
One is fine.
Okay. And then you kind of, bedraggedly, like, tired Tracy, tired Joel. You work out the situation as to who's going to go first. Obviously, neither of you having a change of clothes. But you're able to kind of get cleaned up enough to kind of be presentable. Russell, give me another spot hidden roll.
Okay. Penalty on this one or no?
No.
Oh.
As you're driving down the main strip, you see Joel's car. It's at a motel. You pass by, you fly right past it, but you see it.
Yeah. Like, well, I'm assuming Tracy and Joel are over there. I'll tell
Larry looks at
about
you.
it.
Oh yeah? He says you it.
Okay.
Oh!
Flip it around.
Okay.
Flip the lights on, make it look official.
Who went into the shower first? Was it Tracy or Joel?
I would have let Tracy go first.
Okay. So Tracy, you're in the shower as this is happening. Joel, go ahead and make a listen roll.
Oh. Why can I? There we go. Why can I not find listen? There we go.
So
Crazy.
you're kind of sitting there, just like no TV on, just like thinking, and you hear a very loud kind of like screeching sound of an automobile basically being whipped. You kind of look outside, and you'd see Russell's car spinning back around on the main street, coming back towards the motel.
I'd go to the door. I'd open the door and shut it. I'd be on the other side of it.
Okay. You don't say anything to Tracy in the shower before you go?
No, I'm trying to let her have a moment.
Okay. Tracy, you're in the shower. You're in your own thoughts.
Yep.
And you hear the front door open and then close.
I don't like that.
That's what I was saying. Like, if somebody left me
that
alone
shower
in
is getting cut. Yeah, getting cut a bit short.
yeah, and there's like dirt and stuff, kind of like, and you're listening outside and you don't hear anything yet. Russell, you pull up and you would see Joel pop out of the motel, looking at you, probably arms crossed over his chest, kind of like staring daggers at your car as you pull up. You see that
I look defeated, is what I look like.
You see Robert's in the car, Larry's in the car, Russell's in the car. How the fuck did they find you? Literally rolled. I was gonna say it's a hard success, and he nailed it. He nailed it on the nose. So yeah.
I'd be genuinely at least semi happy to see him.
And you see Robert.
Yeah, Shocking, I gotta be honest.
He's just waving from the back.
Yeah, just last time I saw you, you were getting just about phased through, so it wasn't like I didn't have high hopes for Robert.
The fact that he's still alive either means
Yeah.
that he's super lucky or there's multiple copies of him.
The cameraman lives. It just is a true fact. Yeah, I would wait for them to stop and get out, and my first thing would be like, "Hey, let's stay out here for a moment." Tracy's trying to shower before we went to the university.
Tracy, you mentioned that you cut the shower off. You kind of pop out and listen as you kind of like, towel up and kind of like are getting ready to put your clothes on. And you kind of look outside and listen, and you hear Joel say that, but through the door, so it's kind of muffled, but loud enough that you are pretty sure you heard what he said.
Mhm. I'm gonna listen a little bit longer.
Okay. While kind of throwing on your clothes.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Yeah. There's also the guns are kind of in the like main area there, so whatever weapons you came in with and whatever weapons Joel came with are probably in the room.
Joel still has a pistol on him at
for
this
sure,
point.
just in case
That
we
is
I got
not
a
coming off.
rifle.
just in case we have to shoot these fucking cops.
Yeah, like at this point, man, anything could happen, and
They
I'm
could be
game.
yeah, these could be duplicates. We don't know what the fuck's happening anymore. You lost sight of them for a bit. I mean, shit.
Like
Um,
I gotta be honest. As Russell was pulling up, I definitely was holding that pistol.
yeah.
Like it was very visible.
Russell, you walked up. Joel said what he said. And Robert, you're getting out of the car too, right?
Oh yeah.
Larry gets out as well. And, you're free to respond to Joel.
Yeah, see, hey, it's a good thing you made it out. Where'd you
Yeah,
guys
man.
go? Did you just come straight here? Or?
Uh, we were going to her house, and we saw those lights, and just wanted something normal for a second, so we just kept going, and we ended up getting some food at a McDonald's.
Yeah, her house was weird. The lights were there, but they seemed friendly enough.
They they were chasing me for a bit driving here.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I
Tracy's
assume
dad
that's why
had a
you
freak
think
out.
they're fine.
Larry, it's like, you're sure they were following you? Wasn't just some, like, plane or something in the sky?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I know what I saw. At this point, it's about the only thing I can trust.
Holy
I
Holy shit. That's really bad news.
that yeah, yeah, everything that has happened in the last like 48 hours has been really bad news. I
No,
don't think the lights are my concern when there's a angel floating around destroying things. What's he going to do?
out of
He was
character.
coping.
Um, did Larry see? Did Russell see the angel? Did we see Gabriel?
Yeah, because I shot at him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that mere braking must have caused some sort of shift. Gabriel being out wouldn't do it alone unless he knew how to. And you kind of look at Russell. After 54, the Pinkertons put out barrier stones, all facing inwards, in a pattern that would be consistent with a warding, to ensure that the stuff that would have come out would have stayed in. The light shouldn't be able to leave Nelson. If you're 100% sure of what you saw and it wasn't just a trauma, a hallucination, then this is a lot more problematic than a 54 job will do. You got a phone in there?
uh, yeah, yeah, I do. But give me a moment.
Okay.
I want to tell the young woman in there that there are now multiple guys she'll hear out here. So
Tracy,
I would go to open the
Tracy,
door.
you ever hear that? Do you say anything in response? And you're fully dressed by this point.
Uh, there's a phone at the front desk.
Okay, ma'am, no problem. And Larry will kind of walk off very quickly, like he's doing a power walk, um, Russell, do you follow with Larry or no?
Yeah.
Gotta tell
Yeah, I'll
him
go with Larry.
gotta tell him to call it off. There's no fucking point.
I'd look over at Robert and
Yeah,
say,
look.
that doesn't sound good. You ever
I'll
thought
walk
about
up.
living in another state?
I'm gonna walk up. I'm gonna say, hey, they have something planned that's gonna do something to that town.
Something like, what are they gonna do? Hazmat it? Like close it off? Are they gonna cause a riot?
He just shrugs. Apparently, there's something about a year 54 where they reset.
I don't like the word reset.
Didn't either. Technically, he's gonna lean into Joel and say, "I guess I'm a Pinkerton."
Okay.
And he
I,
leans
I
in.
guess
He stands up, waits for the reaction.
cool. You joined a new club. I'm glad you
Then he
made it this far.
then he leans back in. And he says, I thought they were gonna kill me."
I feel like they would at least wait until we're not useful. And at this point, I think we're being more useful than them because I mean, they're not solving anything quickly. It looks like they're as panicked as we are.
So we go into a
Yeah,
bit of a
but
Pinkerton mode, Brett, and I'm going to ask you: are you, when it comes to what I would call, and I think everybody can agree, Pinkerton style violence, would you be in on it, or would you be idly watching as Larry commits it?
I
I know
feel
what I'm
like,
choosing.
like, personally, like, I don't know. I feel like Russell is like, I feel like he's the new guy who is trying his best to be with the Pinkerton, so he'd probably be in on it.
Okay. So he kind of he comes in. He says, "I need to use your phone." "I'm sorry, our phones aren't usable. You have to go across the street to the payphone." He reaches over and grabs the man by his collar and slams his face into the counter. "The phone now!" And the guy's like, "Oh!" And then he grabs him by the shoulder, pulls him over the fucking counter, and throws him onto the floor. Walks around the counter to the phone and says, "Deal with the garbage. Toss it out." And he'll pick up the phone and start calling. The head office. Everyone
And what do you think?
outside, as you kind of see them go inside, very shortly after that, you see what appears to be the innkeeper thrown outside of the room. Russell, you'd overhear him
and
arguing with somebody on the other line, trying to call off the attack. It doesn't sound like it's going well, and it sounds like he's being transferred outwards to someone else.
Robert's gonna point. And he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I thought I was gonna get that."
Well, you should take the picture. It'll be funny memento to keep at this point.
No,
But
actually, then he whips around and goes,
Yeah. You have a picture of a innkeeper on the ground.
Of
Russell
the
does not
police
stay near.
brutality.
Russell does not stay
"Yeah,
near the
police
door.
brutality."
There's no cop there in the picture, so you can't prove that shit.
Well, then I'll whip over to, if I can. I don't know.
Russell's
You
inside.
want me to or
Yeah,
something?
it looks like the
All
door
right,
has
all
been
right.
closed. Like, so out of character, the reason why the Pinkerton didn't want the innkeeper in the room is because they're talking about secret shit. Um, so
I would have locked the doors as well.
yeah, yeah.
Whenever I.
And eventually it gets to a point where it says, "We will attempt to call off the strike. However, make sure that the evacuation protocols have been initiated regardless. It may be the case that the counter or the timeline will be dropped. We will attempt to reach out to you in that case. Um, if we are unable to do so, we will play the tornado sirens." He nods, hangs up the phone. Fuck. Fuck. Well, we got to go back in there.
Okay.
We got to go back in there. We can go in after, but the point is, if we go in after, it'll happen just like last time, but it'll be different. Fuck. How much do we trust these people? after last night or after this morning?
I'd say I trust at least Joel and Robert enough with my life. Tracy, I'm still on the fence about, but I feel like at this point she's either all with us or all against us, and I'm gonna hope it's the with us part.
With Tracy's mom's death, it's the only asset we have that has any power against this. Um, Jake, you were keeping a good distance behind, so when they did the U-turn, you were
Yep.
kind of like, "Oh fuck, fuck," and then you kind of look back over your shoulder. You hit the exit, and as you're coming across the overpass, you're watching where their car went. You see it goes to the motel, and then you're coming back around. So it's about this point you're on the other side of the street and are able to kind of come into the parking lot, and you're basically coming in post person being tossed out of a door, post conversation, Joel, etc. You're kind of pulling up. Now, if you want to do so and not be like just drive up right
I
off,
do.
okay, you can pull off a distance
I
and
like
kind
to,
of watch from a
yeah, maybe turn the lights off before I pull in
absolutely.
and roll in that way.
Yeah.
And just watch.
And you probably only have your low beams on anyways because it's like it's misty out, so you know. Okay, so you just keep an eye on the situation. Tracy, do you come outside after the Pinkertons left?
No.
Okay, you stay inside. And then Joel and
Mhm.
Robert, you're still talking. Do you stay outside or go in?
And try to head inside after seeing the innkeeper get thrown out.
Yep.
John, do I see the Pinkertons leave?
You would not see the Pinkertons currently. They're inside the front office.
Okay.
You can see a body outside the front office.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now.
It does
Not my
seem to
problem.
be moving, but it's like,
That's good.
I think I'll go in with Joel.
will Joel let him?
Yeah.
Okay. Tracy, Robert enters in. He's not dead.
Hey.
Good. Nobody died.
I almost did.
Yeah, like that thing went right after you. You know what? Honestly, thank you, because I think it was gonna kill me.
I thought you were gonna say it. She said nobody died. Your mom did. What?
I was waiting on that.
Shh, shh. It
He
will be
still doesn't know.
yeah. It'll be a very serious moment when it comes up. But yeah, it would have been hilarious if that was the way it. uh,
You fucking think Robert's gonna bring that up? Absolutely not.
oh, no, no, that is not his fault. He does not need to be involved in any of that.
No,
100%.
that's gonna be a fucking Russell thing. That has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it was Russell that killed her, right?
Yeah.
I think it was Pinkerton.
Larry actually.
Was
Yeah, Larry shot her.
Larry did.
Oh,
Yeah,
Larry.
I missed my shot that
Yeah.
time.
He scooped her head.
Ah.
Yeah. You enter into the hotel room. Joel, you're still a mess, so. And Tracy's done with her shower. Do you lock up the door and kind of swap, or are you going to talk to Robert a bit before?
I'm gonna be the polite host and ask if Robert would want to freshen up real fast.
I would love to. He's just like covered in like those burrs. You know what I mean? That like get stuck in your hair.
100%. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That's too good. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I'd be like, if you can go in the bathroom, freshen up. That's why we're here, so we can talk more when you get back out.
All right. Well, if they're looking for me, I'm here.
Yeah, if they're looking for you for official business.
Larry.
Hey, man, I thought they were gonna kill me, man. Like I'm trying to stay alive.
Larry pops
They
out,
might.
kind of walks back that way. Again, Pinkerton, Larry is not super observant, but Russell, on the other hand, is clearly so. Go ahead and give me another spot hidden. I need a hard success from you. Okay. You do not notice Jake's car in the. Apparently, spot successes are amazing for everything besides Jake. Jake just has this barrier of I shan't be seen by the eyes of the Pinkertons.
He's hiding in a bush.
He made an Eldritch Blast.
He, he's worshiping the god Robert, the journalist. Will give me ultimate stealth skills. But yeah, you and Larry walk back over towards the door that Joel was standing in front of, presumably the hotel room that they're staying in. Robert, this is you getting into the shower at this point, and you're just about to kind of turn on the water, and you'd hear the door knock. You continue going through the process of washing up?
Yeah.
Okay, you're out of the conversation for a bit. And then, Tracy, you're just about to kind of start talking and hashing stuff out when. Doo, doo, doo.
I'd get up and go grab the door. I'd look through the peephole first, but
It's Larry and Russell.
I'd open the door. I'm not letting him straight in. I'm just opening the door.
They don't even seem to move towards the door. They just seem like calmly standing there, like clearly. And Larry looks at Russell. Seems like he's kind of hedging if you want to talk, but he will go if you want him to lead.
Yeah, I'm still confused, so Russell would let him start his way.
Larry would say,
line 54.
I would really, really want to talk with you and the others that are with you. But I understand if you do not want to talk with us. We're going to be heading to the Pinkerton offices. We were going to be heading to the Pinkerton offices, but unfortunately now we have to return back to Nelson.
Why?
If what you said is true, I need to make sure that I investigate what has happened. And if Gabriel did in fact shut down the barriers, I need to ensure that they're back up.
Yeah, you can come in. And I'd open the door wider. And I'd look to Tracy just kind of with like a sorry. And let him in.
He'll look to you, Tracy. I'm glad you got out. I'm also sorry.
Sorry about what?
He looks at Joel. And then looks to you. During the conflict last night, your mother, a leader and member of the cult, and the other members of the cult were killed.
Oh.
I can assure you, she left me no choice.
I just wanted to know what she was doing.
I can tell you a bit about that if you'd like. Normally, I would request that you sign some contracts and some binding materials, but the case being the case, I'm just going to toss out formalities and handle the business a little bit more prudently. Your mother was a part of a cult that's been going through the town of Baiko, or Nelson, for nearly 100 years now. They followed an individual named Gabriel Rebels who, on a excursion into Greater Europe and the northern part of Africa, was able to accumulate a number of arcane missives. He felt that these were relics that would inspire his artwork. They unfortunately inspired him in a way that was detrimental to the people that would come after him and also those that would follow him. It was his belief that by staring into a mirror of his artifice, that you could change yourself into a person that you wanted to be. And at this moment you flash back to the mirror and seeing the perfect you in the mirror and remembering that you accepted it, and you'd hear a voice in your head that says, kill him now, kill him now, he'll know. And it's just a very quick that is stated. You don't miss anything that he's saying. He continues, but there's just this moment where it's kind of like, huh. Your perfect self. Many of his cult members would stare into these mirrors willingly. It was a complete accident by an individual who was not related to the cults that a new method of utilizing the mirrors was discovered. So it would seem that if a mirror is shown to another mirror, it creates an infinite situation where the best of you, in a primal sense, is found, one that serves the true measure of that which lurks behind the mirror. Nyarlathotep. The cult, once made aware of that, would utilize this to their own power, and they would learn ways to summon these creatures forth at their own will. The tall man. Your mother was a newer convert, a individual, a professor at the Topfield High School. Can't remember his name. Had been a collector of materials that were left behind by this cult, and she was very interested in what they had to offer and reached out to them. The professor did report this information to us. We became aware of Mrs. O'Connell's extracurricular activities, and this gave us more insight into the cult. She initially came to us at the heed of the professor to give us information about the cult. When she understood that it was our plan to incarcerate or terminate each member of the cult, she broke off communication with us. We'd go on to later learn that she had already taken a leadership position in the cult, and apparently it was her desire, as it was the leadership of the cult's desire, to return Nyarlathotep, also known as the False Arthur, to Nelson. A number of attempts had been made. Looks over at Russell. You've seen the results of that. It is our goal now to ensure that what they have opened is sealed. It will take me time to find it, and I have put forward a request to stop what I have put into motion already. So I don't have much time, and we'll have to get moving. After a similar problem back in 1953, when this cult had utilized the television station in Boxfield to put out a message that acted like a siren's call for people in the towns. The Pinkertons who were there fought to ensure that the town remained a Pinkerton town. They failed in that fight. The National Guard was called in. They failed in that fight. It was finally at the behest of an individual named Henry Fitzgerald, an associate of ours, that an older magic should be utilized to block and bar these cultists from doing what they were doing. And so the dying lights came into play. It seems that these doppelgangers are revealed to be what they truly are in the light of the dying lights. Most people just lose their minds. These creatures all but melt away. It is my hope, to return to Nelson, quickly find out what Gabriel Revels, who was locked away in a mirror, looks over at Joel by the late Officer Henry. And put him back in the mirror or break the gate that he is trying to establish here.
Wait, are you saying that angel was Gabriel Revel?
The same.
But he wasn't he a human? Like,
He still is.
what happened?
So the mirror creates in you a perfect essence of yourself. It doesn't follow the rules of what you consider perfection. And in Gabriel's mind, apparently, winged bipedal humanoid figures with long flowing angelic hair and sexy abs is apparently what he sees as an ideal and perfect form. Might be different for others. Might not be too far from the same for some. I don't believe your mother changed much when it comes to her shift.
Just to clarify, I would ask two things. First one, how quickly do we need to move? And second one, you said my dad?
I'll handle the first question. Um, might answer the second question on the road. The first question's answer is I called in a retaliation effort. My presumption is that my presumption was when I made the call that the stones had not been broken, that the seal on Nelson had not been adjusted. If you truly saw the lights, then that seal is broken, meaning that if Gabriel is allowed to focus that gate and open that gate, everything would spill out of it. If they are allowed to spill out of it, then me blowing up Nelson again doesn't matter. The forest line has been hit once before, back when there was a town present there. Pinkertons were able to coordinate with the governor, the National Guard, and the Air Force to perform a simple strafing run over the town of Nelson back in '54. Discreet, quiet, people in the other towns who noticed were paid off, sent away. No lingering stories. Nobody knows. Probably one of the cleaner operations that I've read about regarding Nelson. A lot of the other stuff is a clusterfuck, I can tell you that. Your father was around for it, for '54. I don't know if he called it in, but he was definitely aware of it. Um, about 8 hours, and that would probably be with a 30-minute cutoff because I made the call, what was about 30-40 minutes ago, Russell?
Yeah, about 30-40 minutes ago.
So about 7 hours.
I think closer to 35, yeah.
I just made a call to stop the strike. They told me that they are not sure whether or not that is going to be the case. If the strike is called off, everything will be quiet up until the point. 1 hour out from when the hit happens, we will hear tornado sirens in Topfield, Middleton, and Boxford, letting us know that we need to get out. I'm going to go under the assumption that my company is very capable at getting things done and that the phone call mattered. But there's a possibility that a strafing run involving napalm will happen in Nelson later this evening. Your father worked for us. He was a damn fine officer and a exquisite understander of the Eldritch.
That'd been helpful to have around.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we need to go, I'll go knock on the door for Robert, and we can go. But we gotta have our cameraman with us. How else
Okay.
are we gonna prove any of this happened?
I'm okay with him. I'm more than willing to put him on payroll. He's already agreed to it. If he's interested in being paid for his silence, I am more than happy to do so. I can assure you that I'm not doing what many in your position would probably presume is some sort of nefarious activity trying to keep things secret from folks. You do understand that Tracy's way of life was based on rumors and caveats regarding the cult, its activities, and every fucking horrible thing they have done since the 1880s. She's been able to make a living off of people who are interested, and it's not even that widely known. Can you imagine how many people would come to Nelson to find out things if more people were aware of it? If we can seal the gate, then I don't care. Tell whoever you want. But as long as this is still an active hot zone for extra dimensional activity, I would prefer to keep it close to the chest. Unless there's someone you really think can help us in this situation, telling someone who doesn't just means that the word is going to spread, and so will the problems.
Well,
No, I don't. Yeah.
what
Oh,
about the
go.
Miskatonic University?
The Fitzgerald Foundation, I don't mean this as an insult, mind you, but they're a bit of a joke. The problem with their operation is that it was started by a well-known failure, Arthur Haynes. It is his fault we are in this predicament. It is his fault that the cult has been empowered. It is his fault that reality has been warped so many times in the past.
Yeah.
His curiosity is still present in that foundation, and I feel like if we mention this information to them, it will simply get out of hand. They have relics from Arthur's past still on their docket, still in their books. And those could be helpful, but they would come with people carrying them. They would come with minds inquiring. They'd come with questions asked. If you feel it is necessary, Miss O'Connell, to engage with them, though, for whatever reason, we have a bit of time and we're already here.
I mean, I don't think we've been too lucky on our own. It might be best to have as many people as we can.
Looks over at
I
Russell.
mean, your your best idea that you've had was to what? Nuke the area?
No, we don't.
If there's another option.
Nukes wouldn't be quiet.
Figurative.
Well, again, terminology is important.
Maybe they'll know something that will save a whole lot of people's lives.
I'm more than willing to heed your suggestion. Looks at Russell like this is kind of a window for you if you have any retaliation, and also kind of looks at Joel as well to see where he stands.
I mean, the more people we go with, the more innocent people that die if we run into that Gabriel again. Because I don't imagine he's gonna like us fixing the barrier.
That's not
Tracy,
innocent people at that point. It's people who believe in the cause.
Tracy, the last person we saw that believed in the cause enough that from that group got eaten alive, and he looked probably like the toughest one from that group. I don't know how many more people you have that are fighting focused, and I think that's kind of what we need.
Shouldn't they be given the opportunity to fight against the thing that they've been trying to do something about anyway? Also, you don't know. You're making assumptions.
I'm making an assumption as someone who works in a facility for the insane. I don't want more patients,
Larry will
Tracy.
kind of raise his hand and kind of look at Tracy. I understand where you're coming from. I'm more than willing to reach out to the Fitzgerald Foundation and see what they have available, if they're interested in the matter. But it needs to be a situation where we go in, we put down what we are wanting to say, line item, right on the table, and make sure that they understand that there's a timeline involved. I don't think we could spend more than 30 minutes requesting assistance from them. and then we will make our way back to Nelson. Is that fair, Mr. O'Connell?
Yeah, I think that could work.
I apologize I can't grant you more time. It is my folly, and again, I want to make sure it's very clear. I'm not attempting to kill anybody outside of anybody who's currently in the Forest of Nelson. Um, and I believe the majority of the people that remain there would probably be cultists or aberrations that have been created by the cult. Um, I don't want collateral damage. But we might get it anyway if Gabriel's moving quicker than we are. So, let's head to Miskatonic University. You're taking showers, he says. Noticing, like, Robert, as you kind of, like, come out of the shower with, like, you're clean, your clothes are back on, but your, hair looks a little damp.
What, you don't take a shower after a stressful
Oh,
day?
hey, boss. Yeah.
They actually have pretty decent shampoo in there. Like, this motel rocks.
No, it's
honestly.
okay. And he pulls out this aerosol can. It's like a solid black in color. And he'll kind of hit it into his like armpits and kind of like over his crotch and like legs area. And then kind of put that back in his pocket. And whoever's closest to him, just above table, he smells like Axe body spray.
Oh God,
A decade and a half before Axe body spray came out.
Oh, don't like
I can
that.
tell you don't get laid too often.
He shrugs.
But-
I have a wife, or I have a wife and a daughter who's going to college. You're right. I don't get laid very often.
Okay. As long as we're okay with that, I would look over and say, "Well, let's go. We got to get moving," like you said.
What are we doing?
A daughter who's just now going to college. I don't get laid very often. I'm hoping that will change.
She's leaving the house.
She's leaving the house. If we can make it through today and the next day, and yeah, we can just kind of, get to that second semester. She's going for spring courses. I don't understand it. So, Robert bathes. Joel, you take a bath?
No, there's no time left. He was being courteous. There's not time.
Jake, you're outside. After
Yep.
fashion, you'd see people mustering. Joel, I assume you're driving independent. And I'm assuming,
Yeah.
Tracy, you're riding with Joel. Trust issues are present. I get it.
Mhm.
Robert.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're invited to the Joel car, but I obviously want to make sure you're aware that you are invited to the Russell car as well.
No, I'm going to point out very directly, Pinkertons ride together. He's not with us at the moment.
Oh, he's a Pinkerton now.
That's for his own mission.
Goddamn. Like, no spies in our car. No spy.
Nothing against him, but
They would peel that information out of him like peeling a potato jacket off, dude. No problem. Okay, so Robert, you're with us, and then Jake, you'd see everybody getting into their vehicles. Are you going to make yourself known, or are you just going to ride along and follow them, just see what's happening?
I don't see any Pinkertons, right?
You do see a Pinkerton.
Or I do.
Larry.
I do see. Yeah.
Pop out, start shooting everybody.
No, not everybody.
start walking them down.
Oh yeah, walk them down, Sullivan.
Yeah. No.
Still maintaining shadow, right?
I'm gonna turn back around and go to Tracy's house again.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna do.
We would head to Miskatonic University. So we'll probably arrive there in 5-10 minutes, and then about 20 minutes after that, you'd probably arrive at the O'Connell house. So we'll deal with Miskatonic first. When you arrive there, I'd like for everybody to... Actually, fucking Larry knows where we're going. Uh, no, no. Oh, how does a university work? Where are things? What are we doing here? He goes straight towards the history.
Administration.
Nope. He goes straight towards the history department and tells you to do likewise. I know exactly where the Fitzgerald Foundation hides. Walks right into this big, lavish, old-style building, probably built during the mid 19th century. Gorgeous-looking building, very beautiful hallways. Definitely an amazing place to have a firefight in. Not that I would know from experience. And then you arrive at an office where a older gentleman kind of comes out to meet you. Um, uh, Mr. Wetzold, and he kind of shakes Larry's hand. And he kind of kind of shakes his head and like wags his finger at him. Larry's fine. Um, we came because we have a proposition for you. My associate Tracy will put it plainly, and I will try to help her. Tracy O'Connell. This is Michael Davidson, and he is the current head of the Fitzgerald Foundation. Yes, I am, Miss. How can I help you? Are you wanting to take classes here or join the foundation?
Oh, no. Actually, first, I want to, and she'll pull the badge out of her pocket and kind of just put it down in front of him.
Oh
Um,
my.
I'm sorry. Um, he's gone.
He was one of the best of us. A young, bright mind. Very focused and very open. He, I hope it was painless.
I don't think it was.
Oh, oh my.
Actually, to counter that, it looked rather painful.
Well, you could have.
You tell me.
He says you could have lied to me, um, but I appreciate your candor. Um, so, I assume he met with you in Nelson, where he was sent.
Yeah, well, like everybody else, wanted someone to show him around in the woods, and I am a guide. Um, and we got mixed up in some weird stuff, and that's the other reason why I'm here.
Did he find the gate?
I He never said anything about a gate, but I think
It was his.
that's what we're worried about is that the cult something has been freed and the Pinkertons think it's going to try to open a gate and the barriers are down and we need as much help as we can get.
Well, I wouldn't be able to muster anybody until later this afternoon. I suppose I could go myself, but if this is a
We have roughly 6 hours.
I suppose I can go with you. I have some limited knowledge in spellcraft, but I gave a scroll to a young handler um, for him to utilize to find the gate. He didn't find the gate while he was with you.
No, he didn't say anything about it.
It was somewhere in Nelson. The exact location of Gabriel Revels' manor is a bit of a problem. The situation we don't quite understand. It was up on a hill in 53. It was down in a forest in 1918 or 1910 or the teens. It was located out far afield in the 1920s. It's not that it moves around or anything. I just think it's a matter of false reporting or something that obscures the people who are reporting on where it was located after the fact. Arthur Haynes had reported it was in multiple locations himself, and he'd been out there quite a few times in his tenure. Um, do you know where the manor
Yeah,
house
we
is?
ran into him too. The manor house. John, is do we think that that's the one that we opened the
The basement.
fireplace? Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we were there just the other day.
And well, that was. Did Ian go?
Yeah.
And he didn't use the scroll.
Like I said, he didn't let us know anything really that he was doing.
Well, yeah, we're not really of a mind to engage with people outside of the Foundation in these matters. Um, really not important that common folk would know there's a potential extra dimensional gate to a great old one's dwelling just a ways from where they live. We've been looking for that house for some time, but we've never really been able to confirm its location.
Oh, we can show you where it is.
I'll go with you.
But like I said, we've got about 6 hours.
Yeah, I'll go with you. I assume that there's hostilities abound. Larry will nod at him. He'll reach into his desk, pull out an old Smith and Wesson revolver, and put that into his coat pocket. Stand up, kind of walk with you. I'm assuming you have cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can ride with the Pinkertons.
he kind of leans over to you. I'd rather not. Is there any other cars?
There's one, and you can ride with the Pinkertons.
Oh, okay.
Nobody
Okay.
likes history here.
Kind of shrugs. Feeling a bit
I don't
standoffish.
know this man. Like,
Yeah, you might work for the Pinkertons. This might be a ruse.
This is
Pinkertons
all
let
part
us
of the
here.
Pinkerton plot.
So you would notice, Jake, as you're kind of watching, they go into the building. You keep an eye on the building. You keep an eye on their cars. You see them come out. They have an old guy with them, probably somewhere in his 50s. Um,
I'm sorry, John, but I thought I had said that I would turn around and head back to Tracy's house.
that's right. You weren't stalking them. I apologize.
Hmm.
I was coming to
Problem.
you, and I came at you the wrong way.
I
Let's
hopefully I'm not thwarting any
No,
plans.
no, absolutely not. I just had forgot, and I imagine you were still creeping on them, but that's not the case. You said you totally said something different. Totally chill. You arrive back in Topfield. You go right back to the house. The house is just as you left it. Well,
Car in the driveway, car in the garage.
car still in the garage. Lights are still out and about. Less though, almost as if someone
Door
had
open.
left. The
Door
doors
unlocked.
the door is locked, and the garage door is still open, but the garage door inside is locked.
Uh, right, right. So let's see what we could do.
Oh, there's also a van inside of the garage at this point.
A van inside the garage. I look inside the windows of the van.
It looks like it's got some cleaning supplies in it.
Cleaning supplies in it. Okay. hmm Hmm. Um, looking around in the garage. Is there? Do I see some normal tools that one might have in a garage?
You would have noticed when you walked through the first time, the tools are actually in that intermittent space between the kitchen and the garage.
Okay.
The garage is basically empty, and it looks like it perfectly
Okay.
fits these two vehicles with just a little bit of walking room along the sides.
I'm gonna kick the door in.
Okay, go ahead and make a. I think it's just strength, right?
Uh, I don't know. You tell me. That's fine.
Yeah, that works for me.
Sure.
Unless you have a skill that you think's appropriate.
Let me look.
It's probably
I
the
think
best
strength is
for
probably the best skill.
Yeah,
We.
on the nose. Door pops open.
Ooh.
The garage door, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
And gun out. Gun out. I'm gonna sort of pause for a second and listen.
Okay. So we're going to be
Is
discussing.
there a
We're going to be discussing something of a sexual matter. So I just want to make sure you understand that if I cross any lines, feel free to just stop me. But when you kind of come into the house after the bang and kind of moving into like the main foyer area, you can hear what sounds like the ecstatic cries of ecstasy of a woman that you've never met. This appears to be coming from upstairs.
I knew the maid was here.
The presumption that you might have in your head is that the maid is currently being ravished by Mr. O'Connell. They do not appear to be, based on the oh God, oh gods that you keep hearing, they're probably not aware of your presence, despite it being a loud entry.
Got it.
Speaking of loud entries, sorry.
I'm gonna sit down on the nearest couch with my gun in my lap and wait.
Okay. Damn, what a cool guy. Most folks wouldn't. Yeah, about 30 minutes.
Very nice.
About 30 minutes later, they would finish. Pausing for a second, you guys take the old guy, drive back. About 10 minutes later, you'll arrive in Nelson area. I want to confirm, where are you planning on going when you arrive in Topfield / Middleton / Nelson?
We were all present when the old man said that he's pretty sure the gate was from the basement.
Well, he says it's in the manor house. Yeah, the Gabriel's house. And then Tracy says, we can show you where that is. And he says, okay.
Yeah, if that's where he's pretty sure it's at. That's where I'd want to head.
Okay. Anybody want to stop anywhere else besides?
Maybe McDonald's.
Oh, yeah? Drive through.
No.
You got breakfast there, you got lunch there. The person over the counter says, oh man, I'm about to leave shift. I saw you guys from earlier. Haha. Anyway.
Calling us fat, apparently.
Russell's got like
no tip.
six burgers.
You don't live in like the old Nelson Woods, right?
No.
Okay, good. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Cool.
Ooh, I won't be suspiciously worried now.
I'll probably forget this
Cool, I won't
conversation
be
ever
thinking
happened.
about this.
Okay, so then you would hear that they stop. You're still just sitting there. They do not know that you're there. So the assumption is that they're going to kind of remain in the bedroom for some time. Sorry, it's an awkward situation I'm putting you in, but
Yeah, you're putting me in a totally awkward situation.
you came back to the house. That's not.
I did go back to the house, and I did it on purpose. Yep. He's going to go up the stairs. He's going to pound on the door.
You'd hear some movement
say-
as you're coming up the stairs, and then when you start pounding on the door, you'd hear kind of like a startled gasp, and then you say,
Open up, McConnell. It's Jake Sullivan.
it's O'Connell.
Was thinking
McDonald. Open up, McDonald.
You said McDonald. It's O'Connell.
I was thinking about McDonald.
I
You kept on saying.
was so hungry. The advertising worked. So I mean, just in case you want to reach out, Ronald, just we could get you some numbers. So
I can personally promise that I will go there for lunch every day.
Absolutely.
fair go. Capitalism. Oh, we hate it. It's the worst. Okay, so the door opens, and Mr. O'Connell is on the other side. He is wearing a bathrobe. You can see that there's a woman in a bathrobe seated on the edge of the bed, and he looks at you and he says, I believe I fired you. What are you doing here?
He has his gun out, and he
Looks
would
down at
say,
it.
"Sit down, sit down."
You have no law enforcement jurisdiction. You're currently committing a crime. You broke it into my house, and I am being more than cordial in talking to you. And he'll walk
Sit
away
down.
from you and sit on the edge of the bed next to the woman.
And then the woman, he said, "You go into the bathroom, shut the door."
They both look at you. And she would say, I'm not leaving him.
Okay. Jake is gonna hit O'Connell in the head with the butt of his gun.
Make
Not
a roll.
enough to hurt him.
Make a rolling roll.
It's hard to believe one would miss this kind of thing, to be honest.
He's a very good fighter based on what he did to Russell.
All right.
He did posterize Russell pretty good.
Listen, are you expecting rationality from an O'Connell?
Hard success is exactly what I needed. You throw the pistol forward to pistol whip him, and he immediately kind of raises his arm to block it. You see that and kind of bring the weapon back and then smack him across the face very suddenly. But you're surprised by the fact that he brought his arms up in defense in like a perfect boxer's pose. You smack him across the nose and like the upper lip, and he kind of like takes to the side. If I send her to the bathroom, she will return with a pistol of her own. I don't want this to get out of hand. Spits the blood across to the floor and looks at you. I fired you. What do
He would
you
say,
want to talk about?
Fine. She could stay. Unlock your computer.
For what?
Just do it.
What are you want into what, my mayor? I have no idea what's going on here. He gets up, looks at the maid, and then walks towards the door with you. Or walks towards the door at your insistence.
Well, I thought the computer was in the room.
We are in the bedroom. We are not
in
in
the
the
bedroom,
office.
not the office. Okay, fine.
You follow him?
Yep. And I would have her walk in front of him.
Okay, so you point the gun at her and...
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So it's her, him, me.
Got it. This is a very interesting situation. I will have you give me a... Give me an intelligence
Like,
roll.
you're about to lose all of your mother figures.
Give me an intelligence roll. Okay.
Ooh.
Rolling hot today, rolling hot.
So you realize that as you're moving along the hallway, the two of them seem to be moving, like, at your pleasure. But she's shaking, but he's apparently watching you, looking for an opening. And with that intelligence roll, you're holding yourself, like, attentive. But you think that if you let your guard down for a second, he is going to fucking go for you. And you can
Sure.
see his veins like bulging, his blonde hair is kind of showing very clearly the redness in his brow. He is ready to destroy you physically. And as he's walking, he's a bit taller than you. He's a bit bigger than you.
Sure.
He goes to the office at your insistence.
No, we're not there yet. We're still walking down the stairs, right?
No. Office is on the same
no,
floor.
wait. So no.
Office is on the
Wait,
same
wait.
floor.
As we're walking down the stairs,
There's no
you
down the
said that-
stairs.
Oh, it's on the same floor.
On the rail. We're walking across the way to it. So it's the bedroom
Okay.
door and then the office door. We're walking out past the stairs and then going into the office. There's no stairs to descend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You enter into the office. Did you want to say something?
Wait. So, yeah, I did actually. I would hit him again in the back of the head with the butt of the gun.
Okay. Go ahead and make another
Say,
brawling
Don't
roll.
try anything. Don't try anything. He's facing away from me.
Doesn't matter. He is on edge and ready to fight you. I told you. He is prepared and ready.
Okie dokie.
You're dealing with an ex-Marine.
He's also full of adrenaline right now.
Okay. Yeah, he just absolutely hammered. Anyway,
And Irish.
so because of your insistence to try and create
He's also been hit in the head.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, sorry. What would a brawling roll like hit do? How much damage does it do?
Oh. How do I click that?
Let's find out. Because you're
No,
obviously
that's not right.
You're not shooting him with a pistol. You're just slapping him with one. My assumption is you weren't trying to like physically harm him, just kind of like shake him.
Right. So hold on a second. I do have under combat like I have like a blackjack.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if I roll that,
And then just click the damage.
Don't worry about this, and just click the damage is 7.
Okay, so you hit him very hard. So he's bleeding across the face, but he's still measured. Again, like I said, ex-Marine.
Fine.
You attack
There's
him
no
a
X.
second time from behind. He moves to the side, grabs a hold of the gun, and will flip you over the railing.
It's his signature
Okay.
move.
It's a signature
pretty
move.
That's the whole reason the house has a railing.
That's right. So I can throw people over them. So I will, in reciprocation,
This is great.
you'll be taking 9 points of damage as you hit the rail and then hit the
Okay.
stairs behind or below. The gun flings from you and is kind of a distance away from you, and you lay on the ground. Does 9 kill you, or are you good?
Oh no,
Okay.
absolutely not. I'm good.
He looks down at you, and you see her bolt away from the situation, and he's staring down at you. You can go for your pistol again, but you're just going to have murder charges. It's the only way you're getting out of here at this point.
I'm just gonna have murder charges.
Yeah, you're laying on the stairs. He's looking down at you, and he's saying straight down to you, "You can go for your gun. The only way you're getting out of here, or the only way you're talking to me, is if you're going to have murder charges. I mean to say, if you don't leave, I'll put it in plain language. If you don't leave, you'll have to kill me."
Okay, I'll leave.
Okay, you kind of down the stairs, pick up your pistol, put it back in your thing, and walk out the door. And you would notice that she comes out of the bathroom above and is handing him his revolver, and he's standing at the top of the stairs with it in his hand.
Fine. I'm gonna walk back to my car. I'm gonna
Okay.
open up the trunk of the car, and I'm gonna pull out my Thompson submachine gun.
Okay.
Disgruntled ex-employee.
You're gonna walk back in.
Man on a mission.
No, I'm not gonna walk back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk around to the back of the house.
Okay.
I've been to the back of the house. I know how to get to from the clubhouse into the house. So I know when the door is there.
Yeah, make a stealth roll.
Sure. Having a tough day, huh? Mm-mm-mm.
You can use luck.
I will.
Oh, wait.
I will use
That was
luck
a brawl.
actually.
Never mind.
I got
Oh,
extreme success.
Okay, you sneak around to the back of the house
No,
with the
no.
Thompson submachine gun. Okay.
And so I know where the door is from the pool house to the house. I'm gonna check the door.
Pool house to the house. So the backyard door?
So we had slept in in that pool house area. The back.
Mhm.
You didn't.
It's a detached.
Oh, you're right. I didn't. Ian did.
But
Yeah.
he went out the
You're-
backside.
You're kind of
his first
crossing.
time.
And I want to engage. I just want to engage in something real quick. I want to kind of put forward a situation. Can you do me a favor and make a sanity roll with a penalty die? Because it sounds like your character is extremely heated and is kind of going nuts. Just on your
No,
actions.
he's not going nuts. He's
You're
not going
literally
He's
going
going
to go in
postal.
there and murder a guy with a Thompson submachine gun?
No, I'm not. I didn't say I was gonna murder him.
What is the plan? What's the plan here?
All I'm saying is, Russell didn't try to kill him.
He said
So
if
anyway, I
you,
started
if you
blasting.
don't he said if you don't leave, he is going to kill you. Basically, and you're like, I'm going in with a Thompson. Then I guess I'm gonna have to kill him. That's literally the language that we're speaking here. So I just
Is
want,
it?
yeah, I want you to make a sanity roll.
I mean, you want me to? I'll make a sign.
Yes.
That's kind of not what's going on here, but that's
right.
fine.
Basically, you've turned him into a castle law. Like this situation, he was being very kind to you, and now it's if you come back into my house, I am going to kill you. Okay, so you are a rational mind. You understand that he's not going to back down from his position, and he was trying to be cordial with you. You kept attacking him. The situation is where it's at because of your insistence to try and gain some sort of superiority, and he clearly has outmatched you physically. If you go back in there, especially with a Thompson submachine gun, you're probably going to have to kill him and probably her too. You would realize that based on the way he was acting.
Okay. So he will walk around to the garage.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna flip the tires on their cars.
Sure. Okay, I get it. So
And then he's gonna.
it's Petty City. I love it. I love Petty City. You slash the tires with your switchblade. You get back in your car. You set the Thompson next to you, old girl, and drive away.
Yep.
Okay. Where are you heading?
To the nearest bar.
Fuck yes. Okay. You guys park near the old burnt down Henry house. Get out and easily make your way back to the hill that Gabriel Revels' house sits on.
Very burn.
The door is still open. As you left it, when you placed the cross in the fireplace mantle.
Well, we're here. Where are these rocks you've been talking about?
We're not about the rocks, we're about the portal, about the gate. And if it's in the basement as he says, we need to confirm that. How was Ian supposed to confirm that? Larry would say to Mr. Davidson. He had a spell with him, a spell that he was able to cast by reciting the language on it. Without it, we won't be able to detect the exact location of the gate, but I'm certain it's in there. I just don't know exactly where.
Would I remember if the piece of parchment at all looked like a spell to me? I'm guessing not. The one Tracy had that.
It does.
Okay, I would ask. I would say, hey Tracy, what was on that that parchment you got from Ian?
It's something to find a gate.
Perfect. So you should cast that, Mr. Davison says. If you don't wish to, I can.
How does someone cast a spell?
You just recite the language on it. Are you able to read it?
Yeah.
It's easy as that.
How I know what it was.
Then it's easy as that.
Okay, I can try.
Of course.
What are we doing when we find this gate?
We're going to find it and we're going to break it, says the Pinkerton.
How do we break it?
Once we see it, we'll know how. Gotta find a way, but we'll do our best once we find it.
But, like, what if we accidentally open it in the process? Like, I don't know how these things work. Can you?
I promise you that unless I am 100% certain my actions are going to close it, I will not take action, Larry says. Mr. Davidson says, we have some understanding of how this works. Arthur Haynes has shut a couple of gates in the past. If I see it, I should know how to shut it down.
I wish we could have found any of the journals.
Larry kind of reaches out and touches your hand, Tracy. The hand that's holding the scroll. It doesn't look like he's trying to take it away, just kind of like a calm hand that's kind of placed on yours. Do you kind of snap your hand away or let him kind of like look at you?
I snap my hand away.
Okay.
I don't like being touched by strange men.
He kind of holds his hand up like this and says, listen, you had the mirror that had Gabriel in it. I know that. And the Gabriel mirror broke. You had to have done it. What else could have happened? You've got the power to do this. You just have to believe. Okay? Your mother was a great and powerful Eldritch user. And I assume you probably caught on to some of those tricks through osmosis.
I mean, I can try. I can't promise anything.
We're not asking you to do so. But we gotta move.
I'll try.
Okay. Mr. Davidson says, if you don't wish to cast it, I'll cast it, milady. Milady.
Milady.
I barely know you.
So
but
the old guy says
I'm gonna
milady,
try.
and then the Pinkerton has the actual
A hat, the
yeah,
trilby.
the trophy. They fuse to combine the wolf. Do you wish to cast the spell?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You feel slightly drained by this. Go ahead and roll a d3. Half a d6.
Is there an actual option to roll that on here?
You can hit roll 1d3 and it should do it. It won't be one of the dice on the left. If you type slash
What's
R.
the, what, okay. So
and
it's just slash R?
Slash R space 1d3.
Okay. I didn't know what the syntax was. That's
No
all.
problem. So 2. So that means 2, yeah. You'll lose 2 sanity in the casting. You perform the
Okay.
ritual by statement. Normally, this would take 20 to 60 minutes to cast to spell Find Gate. However, due to the fact that it has been put to the scroll for quick purposes and use by laymen, well, relative laymen, um, the spell happens and activates immediately, um, very shortly after the cast. You would note that there does appear to be a door-like blue light that seems to be glowing on the ground before you. And it's almost like you're able to see through the world and everything around it to see this blue light, this glowing blue light. And it's in the basement somewhere.
I guess we have to go back down to the basement. We gotta watch out. There is like some people that melted down there, and I guess on Arthur Haynes.
Yeah, I've drawn my pistol.
Okay.
Start going down.
Larry will kind of look around. I can go down or I can stay out here and keep watch, cover your guys' back. Either way, I'm fine.
You're like the only other one who actually knows what's going on. You're going down.
He looks at you. You let to stay out here then?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll stay out here.
All right.
Pull out my gun.
You go down into the basement. It looks just as you remember it. There's still a girl buried in the rubble beneath the cellar door area. Table's still got books kind of on it, and the bookshelf's been like knocked over. Um, pretty much as you remember seeing it last for Russell. The glowing blue appears to be coming from where the cellar door ought to be.
Like the one that's at the far end of the room?
The one that
From
caved
where
in.
we entered?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's right there, I think.
It
What do we do?
it is open, Davidson would say. Larry looks up. Are you sure? I am, but the physical medium is blocking it. I think something has certainly gotten through, though. That woman, and he points to the girl, kind of still dead, a couple days out, buried under the rubble. You recognize her, Tracy. It's her again. It's the girl we've seen a couple of.
Yeah, Lynn
Yeah,
Parker.
Lynn Parker, right.
Yeah, what about Lynn? She tried to kill me.
Well, it's her right there, right? That's what I'm saying. That's who's dead in the rubble.
Yes, that's Lynn Parker.
So
What?
let's move the dirt, Larry would say, and you'd see him pull out a kind of like a foldable spade and kind of to get to work, kind of moving dirt, looking at Russell. Not really having any tools for you to like take hold of, but if you want to help out, you could just use your hands.
Yeah, I'll start digging with my hands.
Okay.
Be
Have to
cool
get
if
me
there
one
was
of
a
those shovels.
spell that could do this.
Davidson says, "Oh no, no. Most spells deal with the mind. That's not quite
Nothing that
exactly.
molds the earth, huh?
No, this isn't like the Lord of the Rings or something crazy." And
I read that book.
the old man kind of sits at the table, kind of looks at the area, seems to be very impressed by the books and whatnot. And Larry's like first course of action is to kind of clear the girl free and kind of move her body away, so that like he can kind of get in there and get to work on it. And you kind of help as he's like excavating the dirt. You're kind of pulling it further away, so it's not just piling up right behind him. And then after a fashion, a gust of wind kind of blows in from that space. The wind kind of has a dry heat to it, but it feels kind of like it should be from right outside, and it's a very strange kind of feeling. He kind of backs
While
away.
we're
Go ahead.
excavating, I also tell Larry that, yeah, when we first came down here, I touched this door. That's when it caved in. So
Huh.
I do want to state that.
I don't think touching it should have opened it.
Yeah, I was like, well, I wonder what's here, and I pushed on it, and then it broke.
Yes,
It
it
was strange to see it down here.
certainly couldn't have been opened before that point, but what else happened down here? He would say as he takes a breather from the digging.
I seen a guy melt with a flashlight, and then this is where I first ran into the bobblehead Arthur. After that actually happened, after the guy melted and that door broke, the bobblehead Arthur was down here.
A man melted, Mr. Davidson would say, or Professor Davidson would say. Uh,
Yeah, I
Mr.
pointed a flashlight at him and he melted into a puddle.
Professor Haynes had stated that he saw a copy of himself in this basement once. A younger version of himself that melted as well.
It, I didn't get a good look at the guy's face because I turned the corner with the flashlight and he screamed and melted at
Huh.
that point.
I'm baffled. Um, Absolutely confounding. Well, good luck with the digging. And Larry would kind of get back to it. And like once he kind of clears it, that heat kind of comes in. He'd kind of look out and say, "Yeah, there's a hole here. It doesn't go outside though. Um, is this where the blue's at?" He would say, kind of gesturing around where he's seeing the hole. And Russell, if you kind of pop down and look in, it is this very strange circumstance where you realize you're about 10 to 15 feet underground, right? Because of like dirt and piling. And when you look out the cellar door, it goes right out onto the ground as if the cellar door on the other side was fully fixed and fully the way it's supposed to be without a mound of dirt over top of it. And then there's like a kind of reddish sky and like this wind kind of blowing in from outside. It's like this door goes to a separate place entirely.
It's wild.
This must be it.
It's gotta be. That's definitely not something that should be there.
Well, let's figure it out. And he'd kind of start looking around the edges, Larry would. Um, and it looks like the frame of the cellar door is intact. And it looks like it exits out into this other space. Um, Also, the exterior is very much what looks like a town, um, possibly the town of Nelson, but it looks like it's kind of got this reddish cloud um, moving, like these reddish clouds moving across the sky up above, with this just very kind of orangey haze to the whole place.
Yeah, Russell's definitely kind of looking out there like that's wow.
Are you just looking from inside, or are you going to kind of pop your head out and check?
Assuming Larry doesn't stop me, Russell would definitely start like leaning to pop his head out.
Larry doesn't stop you.
And if he doesn't
Davidson's
stop
kind
me,
of
then
taking a breather, not really paying attention. Tracy,
yeah,
Joel and
Joel's
sorry,
outside.
and Robert, did you stay outside as well? John?
I see
Right,
his
John?
name light up. I don't know if he's there.
Yeah, I saw the light up, but he's not saying anything.
Yes.
Okay, you are outside with Joel. Okay. All right, then pause for a second. Nobody's stopping you unless Tracy's doing so.
No.
Okay. So then Joel and Robert, you're outside, kind of looking around, keeping watch. This is kind of like a cool buddy cop moment for you to talk amongst yourselves again if you want to. But if there's nothing to say, I understand.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Robert. I wish I would have gotten in the shower before you.
Well, let's be honest, you kind of stink.
Yeah, yeah, I do. I mean, I can't be again the only one that when they saw the floating angel thing, peed just a little bit. Again, it's not great.
I really want Joel to end up being like the hero of the story because knowing that he has pee in his pants makes it funnier.
I mean, they did say that the Larry there said that the uh, shit, was I in the room when he said that they killed doppelgangers?
Who? What?
What? What do you mean what?
Who are you?
Robert?
What are you doing in my house again? No, what are you trying to say? Explain it to me like I was five.
Didn't the Pinkerton say that the lights were there to get rid of the doppelgangers?
Yes,
I was
Oh.
there for that, right?
you were.
Okay, and I reiterate that. I'm reiterating that
I understand what you're saying now.
too.
Sorry,
Okay.
I apologize. You said it kind of wonky, and I wasn't quite sure what you
I
meant.
did say wonky.
I
So I wasn't sure if I was
they
in the.
were
Yeah.
they were following us for a good bit. That's what all this extra hubbub is about.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, they were basically chasing me and Tracy. I really had to put my foot down to get them out of my sight. Um,
Well, is that for a reason? Do you think?
I I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna. I mean, the angel was very interested in Tracy before they tried to kill me. So
yeah, and finding out she's the one that released that thing
exactly, they're
is
probably after her.
is rough. Um, but I'm still going with at the moment innocent until proven guilty. We've just fought these things just enough times that I'm confident I can confidently
Yeah.
do something if things happen.
No, I understand. I thought I was going to die if I got back in that car, and then they offered me a job. I am definitely taking it. And then he, big wink.
I get what you're going for.
Okay.
Um,
Real quick. You're going for a bar. Do me a favor and give me a spot hidden roll.
Sure thing.
This isn't good.
Sure thing.
ooh,
What'd you get? Hell yeah.
Success.
You drive past this kind of like area and you see like a grouping of cars kind of parked over there. And when you kind of stop and look, you realize you've seen these cars before. You were following them pretty much
Which
all morning. You'd also see something
Oh,
very interesting, Jake, as you're kind of like, you're still heated, but like your eyes kind of like move over to the side. God damn, you want some suds, right? You want a fucking beer. But you stop and you see the cars, and then you'd see that there are lights that are almost moving in like a uniform single file line into the forest of Nelson. You could follow them directly. It's almost like a path that has been laid out before you.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
You park next to the other cars. Thompson submachine gun sitting in the passenger seat as it has been since those of Sullivan, the McDonald house.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting out and following the path.
Yep.
Any other gear that you want to have on you as you make your way into the forest?
Yes, I have a flashlight. I have the blackjack,
Okay.
and I have a bolt action rifle.
Cool. Geared up, ready to go. End of the Aliens movie. We love it.
Fuck these guys.
So, um, outside, um, I need a roll from Joel and Henry. Joel and Joel Henry. I believe in Joel Henry. I need a roll. I'm so sorry. I need a roll from Joel and a roll from Robert. Spot hidden.
I keep the one that I did.
Yes.
Thank you.
thank God, because I'm bad at this. Oh well.
Success.
There you go.
You're locked in.
You would notice
Yeah.
as you're standing up on a hill that out over the way, kind of towards the way you came from, didn't notice it before but are noticing it now, anywhere between like a dozen to 2 dozen lights appear to be migrating in your direction. It looks like they'll probably be here in 30 or 40 minutes based on their movement.
Well, we should probably tell them that.
Okay, just as you're about to tell them that and go down there to do so, we cut back to the room. Russell, you kind of like, Larry's kind of pops aside taking a breather from the digging, and you kind of like start to kind of go into the cellar space.
Yeah.
Anybody doing anything different or crazy before I tell Russell what he's popping his head out to see?
Yeah. Sorry, Russell, but I'm gonna have to try to push you into that gate.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a brawling roll.
Wow.
Russell, you'll be doing
Wow.
so with disadvantage, or sort of a penalty. So, yeah.
Amazing.
Did I make a dodge roll or a brawling roll?
Since you are trying to fight yourself from going out, dodging, if you want to dodge, you're just going into the hole.
I mean, that was kind of my plan after I peeked my head out anyway. So
you're going in then.
yeah, I was already
Okay.
planning to peek my head through and walk in.
So yeah, then the assumption is that she pushes you, and instead of kind of reacting in a kind of like defensive and trying to stay underground, you kind of just let her do it and kind of roll to your feet inside of this space.
Yeah.
Okay. As you kind of look back and see her, there's this very strange warping in the passage between you and her. She's on one side of this strange shimmer, and you're on the other. It is hot in here. It'd be like standing out in a desert. And when you stop to just kind of take in the scene, there is a horrific sight. What appears to be tall men. Taller than the tall men that you know. And when I say taller, I mean gargantuanly so. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 to 100 feet tall. Walking around in the town. One of them stops, and when it turns its head to face you, in the reddish light and the clouds and just horror show of the space that you're in, you see it. The face of Arthur Haynes. Stare down at you and crack a most vile smile as it starts to lean down towards you.
Wow. I'm
Nice.
definitely gonna try to go back for the thing if I'm not insane at this point.
You hit what appears to be an illusory barrier that you have been pushed through and are on the other side of. And you look at Tracy as she's backing away from the hole, and there's something different about her. Something odd. Like it's her, but also it's not her.
Yeah, I assume they can't hear me through the barrier.
No. We'll we'll cut back to the inside. Tracy, you kind of like look at everybody. Nobody seems to have noticed. Larry kind of looks at you and goes, "He didn't go through, did he?"
Yeah, he did.
Oh my God, that moron. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go help him out. And he'll kind of stupidly and brazenly go through the gate, leaving you in the basement with Mr. Davidson, the member of the Fitzgerald Foundation, Tracy. And then in come, is it both Joel and Robert that are coming down to tell us, or is it just one of you?
As much as I want to say it would be both of us, I definitely would have asked him to go down there and tell him.
Okay.
Definitely. Now he could say no and told me to go do it as well. We could roll off for it even, but I don't think both of us go.
No, I would.
Okay.
I was already going to.
Okay.
So,
I was like, I feel semi bad, but
I mean, I was going. Like I said, I was going to.
Okay, so you come down. Tracy's there, Davidson's there, Larry and Russell appear to be gone, but there's this very strange kind of red light coming from the clawed away cellar door area.
Comes out. He says, "Hey, bunch of lights coming our way. Also, where's Larry and
They went through the gate.
They went through the gate, Mr. Davidson says, just understanding what the situation is. And he goes, well, we have to break it. We have to break the gate. If we do, they'll be stuck on the other side.
How do we close this thing? If the lights are on their way, we don't know what's going to happen.
no, we sure don't. The lights are the Pinkertons' expertise. We don't know much about them either. And he kind of drops to his knees, and you can hear like the as he kind of like drops down to his knees, and he starts looking at the gate, but he's like not close to it. He's just kind of staying near enough to it, like at the bottom of the cellar, as he's starting to investigate it. Somebody roll a D100 for me. I'm not going to let the failure or success of a situation be on my hands. That is definitely not below his Cthulhu mythos. I don't know for sure. I was hoping I'd be able to talk with him and work through it together. I didn't know they were they walked through it. And he just seems to be kind of in a panic. Robert, you're kind of like looking at the situation like...
Can I roll for occult? Maybe I can figure something out?
Yeah.
Damn it!
You spend luck.
God damn it! I don't have luck anymore.
Neither do I, so I get you.
And I can't spend luck on the NPC's roll, can I?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
So you're kind of like stumped. And then he starts talking.
Let's go through these books. Like, maybe there's something in these books.
And he starts talking with you, and you're kind of like hashing theory. This is going to take place over the course of another, few 30 minutes or so. Robert, you're stuck in there with them, or you're leaving out and telling Joel what's going on down in the basement, so he knows what's going on. John?
Could I? Could I?
Finish the sentence? Yes, absolutely. What were you
and say you're being hysterical.
Yeah, you can slap the professor and say he's being hysterical. If it's just like a light kind of offhanded slap and you're not like...
Yeah.
He knows he's being hysterical. Now he's being very silent and like self-conscious about his... you haven't rectified the situation by hitting a person who's having an anxiety attack. That's not how this works.
No worries. No worries.
Okay, totally fine.
We could put debris back in it for now to block it if we needed to.
Russell, as you kind of like step out and kind of are looking at the situation, the thing turns, looks down at you, smiles. It drops its very large hand down and squats down into kind of a kneel and seems to be kind of reaching its big hand towards you. This hand is as big as a house. It is coming directly at you. It is going to grasp you. Make a dodge roll. Okay.
His dodge is 99. That's
Yeah. He's the super dodger. That's why I'm kind of glad it was him that was curious. Hand slams into the ground nearby you, and as you're kind of like watching it kind of move back up into the air without you, its face is still kind of focusing in on you. What would you like to do? The town that you are in looks like it is an old 50s style, like beaver, Leave It to Beaver style, houses all around. It looks like all vegetation has been blasted away by like sand and heat, but the houses are still like present, and there's still like nooks and crannies within the neighborhood to hide or move to.
Yeah. So is this a long time before Larry comes through, or?
Literally moments. You would not know Larry is going to be coming through until after you do this.
Okay. And I know for sure I can't make it back through there.
You tried. There's some sort of
okay.
untangible barrier that's present there.
Okay. Whatever the closest area for me to run to, I'm gonna go to it.
Okay.
I know guns don't work on.
When you get to that point and kind of see the thing kind of moving and kind of reflexively getting ready to kind of chase you, but like massive and moving very slowly, make a stealth roll. But you will also see that Larry is coming out of the spot, looking around for you. So you can either make a stealth roll and be invisible to everything, or you can be seen and noticeable by Larry, but presumably noticeable by the thing as well.
Ooh, that's a good. Do I? Ooh. I do like my boy Larry, but if I'm seeing him come out, it's probably too late for me to tell him to go back.
You hiding?
So, yeah. No.
No, he is not.
No, I am not.
It is going to drop its hand down towards the house that you are on, grab a hold of the house, and peel it back from the dirt, moving it away from you to stare down at you. It's at this moment that the gravity of its size and the kind of weight of its should not existitude that causes, like, in your head a spike. And then the other thing that happens in this moment too is you notice that the sky above you is perfectly symmetrical and cylindrical, like a spiral that continues upwards in this mass of orange and red clouds. At the very tip top of it, you think you see something. And I will allow you to focus in on that later if you want to. If you want to.
I do want to.
Go ahead and make the sanity roll now.
Okay.
This is not for the focusing in on the end of it. You've seen Arthur Haynes variations before. This isn't your first rodeo on that. You've been dodging this motherfucker all over Nelson, Topfield. This guy's been chasing you a lot. He's killed a lot of your neighbors. He ain't getting you. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You dive into the house nearby and start kind of rushing away. Larry kind of goes, ah! and yells out for you. He says, Russell! And as he does so, the attention of the big thing changes and locks in on Larry.
Larry dead.
Outside, the lights are making their way there, and you can see just beyond them, Jake Sullivan, that there's a hill, and up on top of the hill, you're pretty sure you can make out a figure. Joel, unfortunately, due to the fact that he's coming out of the woods to the hill, for you to notice Jake as well, I need you to make a spot hidden roll.
I'm not gonna make it.
And I'm gonna ask Jake, are you trying to move up the hill stealthily or no?
Yep,
Okay.
stealthily.
Then he makes his way up to you unawares if he wants to, up on the top of the hill. You would see Joel, and you're able to kind of come up to the side of the hill and come up onto it. Joel is standing outside alone. I don't believe Robert came out, right?
He's about to.
Oh, okay. So do you want to take any actions, Jake?
Yeah, so when I'm like not right upon him, but like maybe 5 feet back, I would say his name.
Joel. You'd hear from him.
No, I would whisper. I would whisper it.
Joel. How do you react, Joel? You have a gun in your hand, I assume.
Yeah, if I hear
Yep, I do have
I
a gun in
would.
my hand. Yeah.
Not you, Joel. Also.
Oh.
This could.
Something's calling your name in the woods.
I'll be
What
right
could
back.
possibly go wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would raise a gun to the direction, but
Okay.
I don't see him, so it'd just be in a general direction.
Yeah, and
I'm
you.
not answering that.
Well, I would try to make myself visible to him then.
Okay. Then yeah. You spot him. You spot each other. He's just coming
He's
like.
got a submachine gun in his hand.
He's got a Thompson
His
submachine
hands.
gun in his hands, and you've got a rifle. You both look at each other, acknowledge one another, and
Jake would ask what the fuck's going on.
There's a portal up to something that is sending things, and the Pinkertons want to close it
Robert comes out.
because it's creating all this shit. And well, he was just down there. How are they doing down there?
He stepped away for a second.
Oh shit!
Oh, okay.
He literally said,
never mind.
"I'm coming out in just a moment." So I'm gonna say that he stopped, and he's kind of like looking at the situation with Davidson after he slapped him, and he's just like looking at him with judgment. He hasn't come up yet. So back to your conversation, ignoring Robert.
Robert just went down there to check in on him to see if we can close this thing. Apparently, it's what's been causing all the weirdness. I didn't realize you had military firepower with you.
Just in case.
I get that. Do you want to go down and check? I know Tracy's down there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're good to go down. I'm just out here making sure to basically scream if needed.
So you push Robert down the stairs. He falls ass over tea kettle, slams into the stones at the bottom, dies horribly.
No.
You make it past him, no problem.
No. Yeah.
No, you just walk past him.
I walk past him. Yeah.
Tracy, Mr. Davidson, only people in the room.
I would say, Tracy, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine, but like Russell and the Pinkerton went through the gate.
Why would he do that? That can't be good.
No. But we gotta close this thing, don't we?
You
Like,
know how?
No. And this guy said he could help, but he's been no help.
Look, lass, it's just a moment. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. And he'll start talking. Go ahead and make another occult roll, this time with a bonus. And this is going to be the next.
How do I do a bonus?
You'll click it, and then you can click the.
Yeah,
See where it says
Ooh.
bonus penalty below it?
Yeah.
If you click that, it'll. So that's actually.
Oh, even better.
That's actually an extreme
Is
success.
that an extreme?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's under. Yep. So perfection.
But she's-
Okay, so I'm going to explain something to you very narratively, and I want to make sure you understand the kind of weight of the question. But before I do that, before I basically give you an opportunity to shut Russell off from the world that he was born into an extra dimensional space, I would like for us to kind of identify that space a little bit. Russell, you watch as the hand descends down towards Larry. Roll a d100.
I need to roll a 1 right now.
He dodges away from it and manages to kind of like cleanly kind of move towards one of the houses. He seems to be kind of moving in your direction, but it looks like the big creature's kind of moved in a way to cut the two of you off a little bit. And you stop for a second, and you feel like you've got a bit of a breather. And if you wanted to, you could look up.
I look up.
Make a sanity roll with a penalty dice.
He didn't even flinch.
I need an extreme success.
Okay.
That was 10 toes down, and he knew it wasn't gonna go well.
So I need you to make.
I had to.
I need you to make an intelligence roll, and you want to fail this one.
Okay. Okay. And I can't spend luck to fail, can I?
No, you cannot spend luck in any process here.
Okay. Okay. I was making sure. Making sure. Of course.
You
We'll have to see it, guys.
you stare up at what appears to be a hole through reality, or a hole through this strange reality that you're in, this twisted, warped space. And it seems that you are in some sort of offshoot or connective point to something much larger. Almost as if you were in some sort of like Ferris wheel and you were in one car, and whatever you're staring at above is the hub of it. And you look at it, and it does not define reality. It is reality that you're staring at, the source of it. You can hear a song now in your head, a song that seems to be being sung to this core. I need you to roll 3d10 and add 5 to that number.
Okay.
That is more than
26.
5. So I believe you are going to go temporarily insane at this point.
Temporary. He's losing 26 sanity. That guy is gone.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're close to fucking gone. Like, if not gone already. You
I
stare
have 17 sanity left.
above table. You are staring at Azathoth directly.
Okay.
Oh, hey!
I'm giving him a stare down, guys. Don't worry. This is cyberpunk rules. I'm giving -2.
Oh my god. Oh, holy shit. No, you failed. He's giving you a negative you. Negative you.
That's great.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. This is going to be a permanent insanity. I don't think this is, like, measured in any way. We just dealt 26 to you. This is...
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Again, it's not every day you stare at a great old one.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Um,
rocking out with 17 sanity, guys. I'm probably gonna die
You're not,
anyway, but
you're not rocking anything, bud. You are sitting on the floor and looking up for the rest of your life.
yeah, I believe for the next, like, 24 hours, you are basically in just a state of, like, absolute shock and 20 plus points. Ultimate cosmic evil, beyond humanity's ability to comprehend. The mind is broken and will take a long time to return to sanity. And even if a way can be found, the person will never be the same again. Results in certain indefinite insanity. You basically are babbling, drop to your knees, drop everything you have, and are just staring up at it, and your babbling starts to mirror the candor of the song that is being sung. Whatever broke inside of you, all that matters now to Russell, the police officer and the captain of the captain of the town you're from, Middleton. Russell Baker's sole goal in life now is to help sing the Song of Eternity to ensure that Azathoth never wakes. Larry
Well-
does not do that, so we'll discuss what happens with him in a bit. But for all intents and purposes, all you are seeing. Oh, I don't even have. That's complete blackness. I forgot to switch over to the void. That is all you see. That. This is what you are staring at. Enjoy. Okay, back into the basement. After about 20 or so minutes, Tracy, you figure it out. You can open the gate so that things on the other side can come through. And that would take you now, right? Or you can shut it off entirely. Just close the gate and seal it away forever, which would happen now. You know
What's
that
the voice in my head saying?
you know that if you do either of these things, the other action, like reopening the gate, or in the case of just opening it wide open and then wanting to close it afterwards, would take time. An hour of your time would be required to write the opening or closing, to flick the switch, if you will. The voice in your head is silent. And as you think about it and kind of focus in on it, you can hear it sing as well. It sings the songs of eternity. I need you to make a sanity roll. You're not getting the big dump on you, though. You're not actually seeing Azathoth. You're just in proximity.
Ooh. Nice job.
Okay. All right.
What'd you get?
I got 35.
You're good. You're good.
Like
Hard
versus
success.
70. Hard success. Yeah.
Yeah, you're super good. No problems. The song sound, it's actually kind of like a relief compared to the maniacal. So,
What's the song of eternity?
This is the song that does it.
Basically, there
Exactly what I
goes
thought.
on and on.
in Lovecraftian lore, there is a song that is sung to Azathoth by these like kind of things around it that make sure that it remains sleeping. The dumb idiot god has to remain sleeping, for if it wakes, reality is a dream that it is dreaming. And if it is no longer sleeping, it is no longer dreaming, which means existence no longer exists.
Oh boy.
So it's like the legend lives on from the Chippewa down.
Oh,
Yeah,
wake up,
that's
baby.
that's actually the hymn. That's it. Perfection. It is maddening and unknowable.
It's the wreck of heaven.
That way I don't have to learn music. Role playing, people. But it's entirely up to you. You are free to act at your pleasure.
Okay, let's close it.
Okay. It's sealed shut. And the dirt that is above it, or where it would have been, falls in. As the gate is completely sealed away. You step in and are kind of catching the end beats of this, Jake. And Robert, you walked outside to tell Joel what's up. And as you were doing so, in walked Jake. Which was weird, but whatever.
But whatever.
Yeah.
It's not the weirdest thing you've seen today.
I'm back.
No.
I've been around a little bit.
Russell, you stare into the blind eternities. You hear in the back of your mind Larry's like horrifying screams, and then finally and ultimately, the last thing you see is Arthur Haynes' smiling face as he bites through your body and tears you in half.
Oh god.
The gate is sealed. Then what? We've done it.
I guess I would go up and tell.
We should probably leave in case those cultists come back here.
Yeah, absolutely, Mr. Davidson or Professor Davidson would say. We did a great job. Good job, Miss O'Connell. If you ever want to discuss theory again, I would love for you to visit Miss Katonic. We could discuss more.
Yeah, you mentioned something about taking classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do I go about that? We haven't really talked about college.
I
right
can
now,
walk you
Mike.
through
So,
it.
like,
I do feel bad about those Pinkertons, but it's not the first time the
oh,
Fitzgerald Foundation has walked away from a bunch of Pinkertons dying because of their folly.
well, Pinkertons do weird shit. So,
Joel, Robert comes back out. The lights are relatively close, and you're kind of like holding it down, but they haven't like moved up close enough that you can actually see through the veil of their blinding light. Um, and Robert, you tell them what's going on downstairs.
Yep.
Do you take any actions besides?
No.
Okay. Then you exit out. And then after a fashion, I think Tracy and Mr. Davidson are going to be coming out. Jake, do you stop them from anything or anything crazy? Two people
No,
just vanished in this basement and are gone, but they told you they went in there and then they shut it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what we were
I
here
would
to do.
say, what was that? Are there more of them?
I don't know, probably. You should ask this guy. He might know more about gates.
Well, I can tell you a bit more, yes. If you'd like, we could. Well, most of the morning's already been kind of tossed away at this whole process, but we could go back to Arkham and discuss it there over tea.
Yeah, I'd like that. This whole thing has been really hard to understand. Oh, by the way,
Are they
Tracy,
still downstairs or are they upstairs?
What?
Are they
I was.
downstairs still or upstairs or going upstairs or?
I guess we're coming upstairs at this point.
Yeah, they're coming
Yeah.
out.
We want to leave.
Oh, I would say. Oh, by the way,
Would we hear them?
your dad
as they're
kind of
coming
sucks.
Yes.
Yep.
Rob's gonna turn around and say, "What?"
Davidson would
You
look
did
at
But
what?
you're surprised about my dad being a. Why are you surprised that my dad sucks?
Oh,
No, you
I didn't.
closed the gate.
I didn't. Well, we're having two different conversations, John.
I closed
So
the gate.
Okay, let's pause for a second. Let's focus up.
Okay, yeah. Finish the first one first.
You said your dad sucks. That's what you were saying, right? Or is that in character or out of character?
I said no in character, and then Tracy said, "Why are you surprised?" And I'm not really surprised. It's just he doesn't. Yeah, I can't show my face there anymore. So this is goodbye when this is over.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can go home either. Those lights are being weird and hanging
When you
around
come
in
outside,
the
you would
house.
see that the lights are actually coming up the hill.
Oh, fuck. Let's get out of here.
Oh, and one more thing, Tracy. I don't think that your dad is appropriately mourning the loss of his wife. He was banging the maid when I walked in.
Yeah, that's par for the course. Let's go this way.
Everybody knew
We're
that.
gonna go away from lights.
Okay. Are we just moving away from the
I'll
lights?
be your trail guide today. Just follow me. I know my way around these woods.
Okay.
So, and then can Robert ask, are we just leaving them down there or?
Them? You mean Russell? The gate's closed. They went
they-
through the gate.
We need to get the fuck out of here. You're aware that they're gonna erase.
Yeah, let's
Erase what?
go.
I have a car.
Yeah.
Robert's breathing
Sorry,
down.
real quick. Brett, last act of the bit. Could you
I
roll
have my keys with me.
Yeah, can you roll me a d10 though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you start to make your way down the hill, you would hear what appears to be the tornado sirens.
Oh shit.
So as a
Yeah, we need to get out of.
as a finality here, what will ultimately happen, just to kind of put us into perspective as to where the narrative's going. I think we've kind of got the thrust of the action, and I don't think that the next beat is one that's possible due to a lot of the things that have happened. I'll explain. later, but let's focus on the role here. You guys rush out, knowing that there's a potential for an airstrike here. You get to the cars, Joel's car and Jake's car, leaving behind Russell's car, and you leave, driving out of town. You would hear behind you, because it does take some time to move through the forest and get into those cars, what sounds like jets moving across the area, and then kind of like low thuds. I don't think any of you have been in war, so your characters wouldn't be kind of familiar with these things. Had your character's been in Vietnam or like North Korea, you would be very familiar with what just happened. But your characters are kind of just like presumptively whatever they called in just happened. You drive out. You don't go back to the O'Connell Manor. You just drive to a safe location to kind of end the narrative and move from that point to Miskatonic, where we will kind of just talk about what happens over the next year or so with your characters as we move through that beat. Russell, you are spared a horrific future of talking and babbling, singing the song, and doing nothing more by the terror that haunted you in the forest as it tears your body asunder inside of its maw. Comparatively, not bad. Robert, you spend the next year doing what? What is your goal?
Well, now he doesn't have a job with the Pinkertons. He's going to need to figure out a way to make money. So he'll go back to his tabloid, collect the photos that he has sent to his person who does all the stuff, and, write tabloids.
Put out some stories. You kind of discuss what's happened. A lot of this is great. And about 6 months into kind of like a book tour that, again, you threw this book together very quickly. You started putting out pictures. It's taken on a life of its own in the kind of, esoteric community, because they see truth in what you're talking about, and also in the UFO community, and also like the ghost hunting community. A lot of people are seeing this book as like, oh my gosh, it's just a plethora of treasures. And one day, as you are leaving a book signing, kind of doing well for yourself, in the parking lot of this bookstore in Arkham City, down on the south side, lights are all kind of just neat, simple, even lighting. You see a silhouette. When it steps into the light, it has your face. That's where your story ends. Joel, you do what during the next year?
I think Joel would follow kind of in his dad's footsteps, especially after what the Pinkerton told him, and probably join the army. This would be right at the start of, like, midway into the Cold War.
Yeah, definitely. So you kind of, like, in the 90s, it would start to get into Desert Storm territory, I think, because it was 1987, so we're kind of leaning into that. You start kind of getting into the military, focusing up on that. And to be honest, your life beyond that point never reaches the excitement or the kind of craziness that it does. And Joel has a situation where he is kind of living a life where he feels like he's following in footsteps he can't see. There's just this desperation to try and find something that like makes you feel like you matter, and nothing will ever beat that autumn in Nelson. Nothing will ever feel like it mattered besides that autumn in Nelson. Do you keep in touch with Tracy?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Okay. And do you keep in touch with Robert?
I would try to if he had time for me, as he's telling his
he actually pops off a little bit, right? Like he does pop off a little bit. Like he kind of puts out this story, he puts out this book, and it's very big for him for a while. So
the very first letter, no, I'm not asking for royalties.
You kind of lose touch with him a bit. Tracy, what do you do immediately after in the following year?
I sign up for school.
Okay. and we'll discuss that
I'm
more.
gonna study.
We'll discuss that more here in a beat. I'm going to actually do Jake before we kind of get to that finalized point.
Yep.
Jake, it was definitely weird, but you didn't see half as much as everybody else. Nothing, in my opinion, with what you saw, nothing a Sudzer wouldn't be able to clear out of your head. Um,
Right.
but you definitely understand that your reputation is fucking gone. The mayor apparently puts you blacklisted. Everybody starts pulling their contracts from you, and you feel like your money dries up way more rapidly than you anticipated. You really
So,
only go ahead. Go ahead.
could I do that? Yeah. So, he would pull up stakes and head towards Miskatonic and take Davidson up on his offer to learn more. And um, he would hope to eventually take a position uh, um, in that society, in that
The
I'm sorry,
foundation.
Fitzgerald Foundation. Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like Davidson is kind of like a person with a kind of a pedigree like Jake. You kind of seem to have like a professional veneer to you that kind of like pushes you forward. Like you know, reputation's important, and it's basically been destroyed. And Miskatonic is, or sorry, the Fitzgerald Foundation is not going to turn you away because of that. No, not at all. But what you realize is that their operation is like, uh, it's like a bunch of cats in a room, and you're trying to get them to like lay on a mat, and they don't want to, right? Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, and operationally it is a problem and a hazard. And in your mind, you never really met Ian Handler, but the more you kind of come to understand, it wasn't Ian Handler's fault that he died. It was this organization. There was no organization. And so you start to try and make it more, and again, for better or for worse, you try to make it more like the Pinkertons. You start forming connections. You start trying to make this a real operation because you know what they are trying to protect and what they are holding on to is real. Tracy, you sign up and get into Miskatonic University. It seems like a letter of recommendation from Professor Davidson goes a long way. He definitely asks you to meet with him in his history classes. You would learn that Jake Sullivan has taken a position as an advisor and a member of the Fitzgerald Foundation at the school, so he's not too far away. You didn't really get to know him much, but he did
No, but
seem.
we agree that my dad's pretty rough.
Yeah, and
Agree.
if you have any communications with your father past that point, you would learn that he was threatened at gunpoint by Jake Sullivan. Apparently, the desperation of those last minutes before Nelson got napalmed were tense on the private eye as well. And I'm sure over coffee or something, you two might discuss that, you and Jake. But the main thing is that you have an opportunity to continue into this occult measure and join the Fitzgerald Foundation as well, or go to your studies and try to make something of your life outside of this occult matter.
Oh no, we're going full send. Occult.
Of course. Joel, you'd be reminded every day that you contact either via phone or letter with Tracy that she very much is staying locked in on this situation. And whether or not you maintain contact with her due to that is up to you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Staying
I'm
locked.
not. I'm not curious.
I would say probably, I mean, you know, it's something that you think you might want to look forward to, especially after you hear Jake is a part of this foundation. And maybe there are adventures for you and these others in the future.
Yeah, maybe, but mostly just morbid curiosity
Yeah.
still.
Do me a favor and roll a d10.
Yeah.
You die
What?
in Desert Storm.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Never
Damn,
mind.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I will not continue to.
I'm
It
so
will be cool
sorry.
for the time being.
I'm so sorry. You said you wanted to fight, and
Yeah, no, you're good.
I
You're
said,
good.
D10. A roll of a 1 will do it. Just like I did with Russell.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
what a feeling. Oh.
It happens. It happens to the best of
You
us.
know,
So,
We
I-
went out
yeah.
together, buddy.
Again, I don't mean to be laughing as much. It's just that the roll of the 1 was very funny, but in a very
No,
serious
I
way.
knew the moment I rolled a 1, I was dying somehow. I just forgot about the fact we said Desert Storm not 2 minutes before.
Yeah, the
I'm
gun.
like, oh no, that makes sense.
The gun, Chekhov's gun was put there very recently.
Yeah, it was.
It was a bit of a surprise for me to
Act one.
immediately draw it and shoot it, but yeah. So
Damn.
in the end, Jake very faintly affected by it, and Tracy seemingly not affected by it that much at all, until
Weird.
the Foundation brings you into the mirror room.
Oh.
And you realize
Oh,
that the
no.
mirror that you're looking at, that they show you, this gate that they have sealed, the reflection of you is different, but familiar. You've seen her before. She's the best of you. And that is where we'll end our Better Angels.
Yay.
Thanks for watching those that did. Very interesting end. It's a downbeat and obviously bad ending, unfortunately.
Fitting.
But
Got
fitting.
shot
Thanks.
off screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
what a feeling.
Robert got
What a
eaten by his
feeling.
third doppelganger. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
man.
Hey,
That
Tracy's
was
doing
never.
pretty okay.
That was never said. That was never said.
Yeah, no. We faded to
We
black.
can't play Call of Cthulhu
We-
together, okay?
No, that motherfucker's is strapped ever since this whole situation.
We fade to black. We
Sorry,
we,
Brent, with how many times you've gotten my characters killed in
you-
these games,
you
I had to
stared.
do it.
You stared into the eternities, and they stared back. Look at this cake. All right, thanks for watching. Before we get too
Robert
unserious,
is still alive and
I'm
well.
gonna stop the stream. Chat. Robert is still alive and well. All right, good night.
Alright.